absolutely had to lose 25 pounds.
You look sadder than a fat woman in a G-string.
Let me tell you, those of you who are starting dieting or dieting a little bit, this is what 67 pounds of fat looks like. I can't lift it.
Damn, what happened? Did you eat the whole time I was in there? I mean, when I left, you was like, plickety-cow, plickety-cow. Now you like, boom. Wait a minute, I could adjust to a plus-size woman. Just more.
They're all fat. The entire room is fat. I'm fat. You're all fat.
Fat bastard.
The before and before shot.
Juneteenth commemorates June 19th, 1865, the day enslaved people in Galveston, Texas, learned they were free.
Just two fat bad bitches over here, yeah. Just two fat bad bitches. And this is Under the Weight of It All. Welcome to Under the Weight of It All. This is a podcast where we talk about the fat experience, break down them stigmas with a little bit of laughter, honesty, and some goddamn chaos. I am Karrington, Allure.
And I am Felisha, Alexus.
And today we're going to be talking about a little Juneteenth.
A little Juneteenth.
We're going to give you a little lesson. Get your hibiscus, your red juice, your red drink. We got a little something going on. What you got in your cup?
I got me a little hibiscus with some Hennessy, lemon juice, fun vibes.
And I got a little mocktail. I'm feeling conservative today. A little conservative. I got a little mocktail. I have some hibiscus simple syrup with a grapefruit seltzer, which is actually kind of fire.
Grapefruit seltzer in mine as well.
Yeah, and I think I got a little lemon in there as well. So we are going to go into our little vibes.
Yeah.
Little vibes. Let's catch up a little bit. Let's do a little thick, little unfiltered.
A little thick and unfiltered?
Yeah.
All right, well.
How you been? It's been so long, I feel like, since we like actually sat in this vibe and like just by ourselves, just like Nia.
Yes.
Hi, Nia. Yeah.
We love you.
Yes.
I'm okay.
Yeah.
But I'm not doing okay. Like, life is literally like, I got fired from my job.
I won't say the name but you know who you are, ho.
After almost 7 years off of a mistake that was...
Not even started, Felisha.
that was, clear to be a mistake by other people. And, yeah.
How she get fired for someone else's bullshit? I'm going to say it.
Yeah. So
y'all better fix my bitch shit.
That happens, and because of that, it was a little housing crisis. But we've gotten through it. Community came through. So
thank y'all.
Thank y'all for that.
Yeah, good.
Like, so now I just gotta make sure June rent is paid.
Okay.
And that ain't no thing but a chicken wing.
Okay.
Just gotta get out there and hustle. Get your hustle on. Book a facial. Face to figure skin bar. Thank you.
Period.
Book a facial massage wax.
Yes. Come get your shit done with my bitch.
Yeah. Come get a free glass of wine.
For real.
Yeah. So that's another thing. Just like, I was working on the launch of Face to Figure before, shit went left. But I was just like, all right, got to do it. Got to launch it. Getting ready to homeschool my baby and do that. Go follow my Twitter, X, real hot blurred shit, no I. Because I just wanted a space that I could like get my nerd shit off, especially because House of the Dragon season is coming up. And I get real involved. I get real involved in the community.
Yeah.
During House of the Dragon. So I was like, you know what? This is the perfect time. I've been wanting to turn my X because I do not use it.
Yeah.
Like, I literally go on there and I might scroll for a couple minutes and I'm off of there. But that's where my people are. So I was like, let me because this is honestly, I only go on there for that. So let me turn this into a song of ice and fire. So if you're into nerd shit and like Game of Thrones shit like that, come find me.
Yeah.
Come
find her.
Yeah. So other than that, I mean, other than like life going left, I'm here. Yeah. Cooling. How about you, girl?
Yeah. I'm vibing. Yeah.
What's going on?
I feel like I could relate, but like I'm finally getting over like my hump type shit, which is why I'm like, I know that it's gonna get better for you. Seriously, like I can't wait. You know. But yeah, I feel like I finally am getting over like that hump. Like life seems like it's finally calming down after like almost like a year of just bullshit a little bit. Yeah. My dad's in remission, for those of you that like knew what was going on. Shout out to Dad. I'm so happy about that. Yes, some real shit. Me too. I know, cause like y'all don't know, but Felisha was like real nigga shit. But you was like there when shit was kind of starting off, and just like seeing how like heavy and emotional shit was. So just to see, and like there was not a lot of hope in the beginning, you know. So like seeing this part of things is just like really a blessing. So yes, it is. I'm so happy about that. But yeah, I feel like vibing, you know, work starting to pick up a little bit, all the things.
Go get your hair cut.
Yeah, pull up on me, please. For real. Also, seriously, our salon is doing like a model call for there's like a team of stylists. We just took like a class with the Left Brain group, and we're going to be teaching styling, so like different forms of styling. So I'm going to be doing more like curly focused. I'm a curly specialist in Cleveland, for those of you that don't know. If you don't know, I work at Willow Room Collective, and I'm excited. And there's a model call, so literally anyone's able to sign up. We're a multicultural salon. Everyone's welcome in our salon. So, and that's like not lightly, like people braid, we got locks going on in there, pixies, color, like literally everything. So pull up. We do the shags, the mullets, all the things. So pull up on us. I highly recommend if you're someone that wants to be a little bit more adventurous. Maybe you want a queer cut. You're like, you know, kind of apprehensive. You want someone to kind of like do it for you, maybe guide you. Like, best thing to do. But so yeah, like that shit is dope. I feel like these are things that like I've been working on, and it's like I'm starting to see the fruits of like the labor type shit, which is so dope.
You said that you wanted to do more teaching and more classes.
Yeah, I'm teaching my first class on June 7th, and it's honestly just to like the stylists in the salon, but I'm so excited. Like I'm excited because I can be kind of introverted at times, but I love when I can like be in control of the room. Like I love like, I also just love teaching about shit that I care about. Like how you feel about your Game of Thrones shit, and like just being able to like express that. Like it's fun as fuck to be able to do that, especially with like-minded people. So all the stylists that I work with, like they're just, I love the team that I'm with right now. Like I know everything that I went through last year was so stressful, but it really was a blessing in hindsight. And like where I'm at now, I just feel like everyone's super like eager to learn, and like wants to get their hands dirty with shit, and wants to do cool ass stuff and be trendy. Like it's just fun as fuck. So I'm excited to like see what comes of this, and like how this team of like educators grows for real. So shout out to Casey also for giving us the opportunity. I really love y'all, and I know that y'all be watching, so thank you. For real. But yeah, other than that, I'm talking to somebody right now, Lily, you know, whatever.
Got a little boo.
I don't know. I don't be wanting that nigga to leave for real though. I hate it here so much. I hate liking somebody. I swear to you, I do.
Why do you feel like you hate liking somebody?
No. I hate it. Because I'm such an avoidant. I was so avoidant of that feeling. So I'd be like, I don't like you, shut up. I'd be like, no, I don't. What am I talking about? That's crazy. But like, I do. I like this person. But also, like, I don't think, I like where we're at also. Like, I don't think it's going to be like, I don't know what it grows into. But I feel like for right now, it's just chill. Like, the person I'm talking to, he gives great conversation. Like, I fuck with him. Like, he's a really nice person. Goes hard for his community type shit. And I feel like that's always, I look for that in my friends. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I really like that there's also, like, a building of, like, a friendship outside of, like, the good times. Yeah. And trust me, there's a lot of good times that are being had. I like this nigga. Yeah. Like, when is the time, you know? But yeah, watch the Patreon. You can't watch the Patreon if you're watching this though, and you know you can't, so don't play with me. But yeah, like you will be fucking blocked, nigga. Don't play. But nah, a time is being had. God, I want to hold his balls all the time.
But I'm like that too. No, don't cut it out.
Cut that shit out.
Cut the show. I'm done.
I'm like that. I'm like,
I want to cuff this nigga's balls.
Can I hold it while you pee?
Oh my God.
I'll wrap around.
Oh my God. Oh my gosh, like I just want to touch him. I was just any excuse I could to just touch this nigga. And then okay, so this is the second time that he's like come over. Like this is the other thing too, like we really haven't like hung out a lot in person. Like we've hung out I think like 3 times in person. But like we talk, like the conversation's constantly going type shit. Like he's cute. I'm busy, he busy. Like I don't need to talk to you every day, but I do feel like I talk to him at least like a few times a week, which is perfect for me. And I feel like the conversation normally has like a little flow to it, so it's cool. But like it's really exciting the second time, especially seeing him in person, because it's like I haven't seen you. The conversation's been good since then, so like it feels a little bit more like okay, like this is cute for real, like you know. But last night we were sleeping, I was like, I want to call on this nigga's skin. like I was like wrapped around this nigga like
jacket. Hello, Clarice.
I was like butt ass naked, like nigga. Like I need to like wrap myself into your body type shit, which I'm normally like, ew. Leave my house, leave my home, nigga. I don't want to be with you. I don't want to fucking like nah. But
because
it's something about that nigga.
You did say like a couple. What was it?
Literally like 2 episodes ago.
I don't want to be with you.
I didn't want to be with that nigga. I didn't. When he was telling me about my credit and all that shit.
That was a different.
It was a different nigga. That nigga can eat the fuck out my pussy, but so can this nigga. Like, so it's kind of like,
what are you here for?
Yeah, this nigga fine. Like he low-key fired me too. So sorry, but you know, I'm having a time though. Watch the Patreon if you really want to know, because that. When I say, like, I'm going to say this and I'm going to leave it.
Heavy. Real heavy.
When I tell you I'm being put through a mattress, nigga, like, bitch, I'm getting a mattress topper because I feel like I'm starting to feel the springs. It's also probably because my mattress is old. I'm going to say that. But also.
Yes.
Bitch, like. Oh my god, yeah, that should be good. So that's bad. Cut the cameras. Cut the cameras. Cut the show. Cut the show. Anyways, and that's why I don't like liking people, because I get so awkward about it. I be so scared. Like,
oh my goodness.
I don't know, but he's nice so far. We'll see.
Yeah. As for mine, his watch.
My watch is ended.
Has ended.
We have to play the Cashmere song. We have to. Tell us why.
I don't even think like.
And was it mutual?
I don't know. Was it mutual, Karrington?
I think you was like, nigga, if Burger King ain't open past 10, I'm just not gonna go. That's it gave. I'm finna go to Wendy's. That's what it gave to me. Ooh, see, the spirit believed in us. It said, yeah, go to Wendy's. Like,
R.I.P.
Damn. Well, I mean, this could literally be like a metaphor for Dario. You know what I'm saying?
So, his car had broke down. He was supposed to come out. He was like, I got bad news. Like, my shit fucked, basically. He's in school to be a mechanic, so, like, he has to work on it. It was, like, something very serious. I seen the picture. I was like, and you got to do what? Yeah. Like, so then I think, like, I messaged him maybe a week later. It was just like, so, what's up with the car shit? He didn't message me back. So I was just like, should I look elsewhere? Because, like,
I just feel like, yeah, if we not labeled, nigga, I don't have time.
So he messaged me back. He was like, I didn't mean to, ghost you, which you didn't ghost me because you're messaging me back. So, like,
literally, nigga.
He's like, I didn't mean to ghost you, money situation, which I can relate.
Yeah.
He was just like, I can't, like, come out there like I was, like, because we were on, like, a every week.
Yeah.
Maybe we would skip a week basis, but yeah, I just was just like, and I was getting bored, to be honest, like, and I think that's the thing about true friends with benefits. It can only go so far.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, it's like,
it's either we're going here or we're going back. Like, there's no in between to that.
Right.
Yeah, because you're in the gray space already. Yeah.
And it's like, I don't feel any emotional connection to where I'm, like, invested, to where I'm like, okay, well, let me preserve this, or let me, like, I'm not about to text you once a week to be like, hey, what's up? You gonna be able to come this week?
Not over some dick.
Yeah. I'm just not about to do that.
I'm about to just find another nigga with dick that's closer. A little more
and honestly,
local.
like, I wasn't like on it because I go through, I've noticed that I kind of like go through waves with like my sexualness. Yeah. So there's some times where like I'm like,
it's a fluid thing.
Like I need that. And then there's sometimes that I don't even masturbate. You know, like I literally will not touch myself, will not do anything for months. I don't know,
I'm sorry, but I hear her.
Because I'm just like, I'm just not.
That's not where you at right now.
Yeah, like I could just go without it. And I feel like if I could go without it, I'm going to go without it. Yeah. I don't know. Like that's just.
It's not the focus right now.
Yeah. So that's where I was. And like I said, I think it's the compound of like me kind of feeling the like, you know? Yeah. And not really going nowhere emotionally, which, and it's not that I wanted it to, you know what I mean? But I don't think that it could have because he was so much younger than me. The money situation, like, it was just like a...
Like, this just isn't working anymore.
Yeah, it's a compiled reasoning. Yeah. And I was just like, yeah, I'm bow out. Like, I should probably message him back and be like, I'm a bow out. You know, because I didn't say nothing. So, yeah, that's where I'm at. But, like, I really want a girl. Like, I think that I really want different energy. Like, men scare me. And not in, like...
a girlfriend? Are you trying to unicorn? Like, where you at? Like,
no, I definitely don't want a unicorn. That's a lot. That's, like, mentally a lot.
I feel you.
And I think that I was in the position last year to do that. Mm-hmm. But I have too much going on. Mm-hmm. Like, I literally just cannot balance two people. Yeah. In the same fucking relationship right now. Yeah. I just can't do that.
That's fair.
But yeah, I would like, I don't know, like a little fun girlfriend, like fling. Yeah. I'm not looking for anything like, you know, consistent or long term, but like I think I just want to experience different energy, and I kind of wanted to be like a key, like bestie time, and then we go touching each other, like, yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like we kick and we do things, like have new experience, like because I don't want to.
You sound like Marge Simpson when you did that.
Homie. I don't know, like, I guess because I know that I'm gonna marry a man, or like that's where my headspace is.
The bisexual dilemma. Yeah. Yeah.
Like when I date men, yeah, I'm like keeping track of things, keeping score, watching, like seeing. Yeah. Where is this gonna go? You know, like with OVO, there was, I can't wait to tell y'all about OVO. I don't know if we're gonna have time to do that this episode. Maybe tune into the Patreon.
It's hilarious.
I will tell y'all about.
Yeah, y'all need to check into that fucking Patreon.
OVO.
We gotta flash the picture at least. You got a screenshot of that?
Yes.
Cause what the fuck? Y'all wanna suck that nigga dick. Anyways.
Yeah, I seen a thing that said that y'all are not Drake fans. Y'all want to fuck that nigga.
And same.
And that shit, like...
His shit, like, built like this. And I'm talking about this part, this girth. Sorry.
But we're bitches. Like...
Yeah. It's cute when I want to do it. It's weird when y'all want to do it. Especially when it's like, it's cool if you're gay, but y'all don't claim that.
Yeah. Like, y'all claim to be getting all the hoes and all the bitches. To be a bad bitch. But also Drake when a gargle this nigga's nuts in your fucking mouth.
Real. And he's damn near trade if you want to be honest.
He said, how you... What did he say? Y'all gonna keep... How many times y'all gonna keep calling this soft when it's silk? I was like, oh, this nigga hollering.
I hate this nigga so much. I will never appreciate that. No. The 3 bullshit ass albums. Anyways, nigga.
But yeah, so I just want different energy.
Yeah. Okay, but you were going into like the difference between like what you're looking for in a man.
Yes. When I'm like dating a man, obviously, because like I'm like, are you going to fit as a partner?
Yeah. You're looking like long-term goal. Yeah. And like with girls is a little bit more like fun.
Yeah. It's like no pressure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so I just, because I'm also like, I don't care. Until they do something that pisses me off, then I'm like...
That's also why I don't be dating lesbians. Do you ever, like, come across, like, an actual lesbian and, like, try to explain that to them?
No.
They hate that shit.
I don't think that
lesbians hate that shit.
I don't think I've ever really, like, tried to...
Lesbians are attracted to me, I think, and it's because I dress more androgynous, if I'll be honest. Yeah. Like, I definitely attract, like, the lesbian vibes. And I'm not mad at that, but it's also like, I'm bisexual and I'm not going to marry you. But when I'm with my husband, you can be my girlfriend.
My thing is, I don't think people know that I'm gay. Like, you can't tell that I'm gay by looking at me. I look
You're
very
so femme.
straight.
Yeah.
So it's like, no, bitch. But I also like very femme women. Like, you can have... like masculinity to a certain extent, but like
you want a pretty bitch.
It really comes to a point with me. Like it comes to a point.
Yeah, I'm not a stud girly.
Or too much is too much.
Yeah.
So like,
are you a stud girly?
No,
I can't
really.
do it.
Unless they're like,
it's not my thing.
A really pretty.
Even then, because I'm like, girl, that's horrible. Because like, live your life, do you? This is me being an asshole for a second. Girl, go and put that little 2-piece on. That lace front. That,
so
get them nails done type shit.
Yeah,
like,
usually
like
the girls that find me are also girls that feel the same way that I do. So that's where I'm at with it. Summertime fling. There was somebody that was in my DMs, and I DM'd you back, girl, and you didn't DM me back. So
y'all stop fucking with my bitch. She's mine. Unless I'm allowed to watch, which I will.
Karrington gonna scare the hoes away.
No, I'm not. Sorry. I just really want to fuck Felisha. Like, just one time.
Shut the fuck up.
She be talking about trying to get coochie. I be like, I'm literally right. Like, girl, what? I be trying to be cute. Like, come on. It's fine. It's fine. We can't fuck up the bag. It's fine.
Yeah, we already had a baby together.
Bitch, don't make me talk nasty. Like, don't say no shit. For real. Oh my god, we're in a polycule.
3 queers.
Yeah,
we're in a polycule.
Yeah. But you know what though? Yeah, fuck Felisha though, because if not, I'm gonna try it. So y'all do that.
Actually, we have 2 children.
We do. Clem is absolute. Clem's not my child, but I'm like the living auntie that like definitely picks her up from daycare if y'all need it type shit, you know.
It's me, baby, Clementine. Sorry. Sorry.
Clementine.
It's my baby.
That's so funny.
So we got a society scale for this episode?
For today's society scale, we're going to change things up just a little bit. Because this episode is in celebration of Juneteenth, and this is going to be a little bit more educational than some of our prior episodes in a different way, I should say, because I feel like most of our episodes are a bit educational. We just wanted to show you guys what Juneteenth celebrations really look like. Like, you know, like the scene from Beyonce, like the Cowboy Carter, when she was like riding in like the old school DeVille, and like there was a bunch of like white flowers and like horses and shit. Like a lot of the parties like had that kind of vibe to it. So there's like rodeo celebrations, like different parties and shit that they were hosting, kind of embody the spirit of Juneteenth, especially in the early years down in Texas, and just give you a little vibe to look at. So enjoy that bit, and then when you guys come back, we're gonna jump right into heavy conversations. Welcome to Heavy Conversations. This is where we are going to get into the meat of the conversation. So because we are talking about Juneteenth today, we're going to kind of have like just an open conversation, speaking fluidly about the history of Juneteenth while also relating it to what we're currently dealing with now, our experiences as Black women, Black people, and just being in Black culture. While like building this vibe, like Juneteenth is a dope ass celebration, but obviously rooted in like a lot of sadness, a lot of hardship, and it's really interesting how, although it seems like it came out of like, you know, people being free, like reform and all those things, it's crazy how a lot of the themes still exist in our like daily lives. So I'm low-key excited to see like where the conversation goes a little bit. So before we start talking about like the beginning, because Juneteenth would not exist without the Emancipation Proclamation, which we'll kind of get into what that was. I was curious, like, when did you first learn about Juneteenth?
Honestly, I don't really remember.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't something that we learned in school. I would say probably in my own studies, maybe like college, when I took a Black psychology class. That was like 2016, 2017.
Yeah.
So I haven't known about Juneteenth for long. Yeah.
And it's interesting because I feel like the city that we grew up in, like, it is rich in Black history. And, like, so for me, although we weren't taught it in school, because I grew up in, like, the church community, like, there was an event that they would host on Juneteenth, and they would read the Emancipation Proclamation. We would sing songs. Most of us would dress in white, like, which we'll get into the significance, like, the colors and those things as well. But it was, like... It was very much like this separate thing that we celebrated. And I didn't really understand the weight of Juneteenth, honestly, until more recent years. Like, after it was made a national holiday and, like, there was a more of a conversation around it. And I was able to do my own research. But, yeah, it was, like, definitely not fucking taught.
Yeah.
Which, it's a major shift in, like, going into, like, Reconstruction and everything else. Like, without Juneteenth, I don't think... I mean, the Emancipation Proclamation, again, like, there's almost, like, 3 parts to the abolishment of slavery. Like, it starts with the Emancipation Proclamation. Juneteenth is a major event that helps to, like, push us towards getting the 13th Amendment. And the 13th Amendment is what abolishes slavery completely. But, like, it's still... It kind of, we look at our country now and the things that we have going on, it's like, this slavery still exists. Like, even with that still being there, but... It's just not in the same ways that it was beforehand. So that's what's interesting about it.
Right.
So, okay, I'll read about the Emancipation Proclamation. I figure we can kind of like bounce back and forth because it's pretty like easy. Okay. So what is the Emancipation Proclamation? I will save us all the moment of reading it. I do think that it is it's dope. Like, I mean, it's Abraham Lincoln's words of, like, trying to, like, you know, help the Union actually release these slaves. So I think it's a dope piece of work to read. They do primarily sometimes have it in, I think, the National Museum in D.C., but it's a dope piece. I remember, like, having to read it as a kid, and, like, it's a big piece, but read it. But it was issued by Abraham Lincoln on January 1st, 1863. It was declared that all enslaved people in Confederate states, and if you guys could see the outline, I have Confederate in bold because... they were just the Confederate states that were seen as free. There were other states that weren't a part of the Confederate or the Union that still did have slaves. So there's a huge concept that Juneteenth was the releasing of the final slaves that were still enslaved, because, mind you, Juneteenth was like 2.5 years after the emancipation. Right. But even after that, there were still slaves, and I believe, which this is going to be a cool fact for later, so I won't go too hard in it, but there were still slaves in other states that, you know, for I think about 6 months until we got the 13th Amendment, that were still enduring slavery, which is crazy as fuck because there's a huge misconception that it was over. Do you mind if I use your phone? Because mine just died like an idiot. But
mine is about to die, so
okay, so and then also this is the first war, so the Civil War, where Black soldiers are officially allowed to enlist. And this allowed for over 200,000 soldiers to join the Army and Navy. And obviously this played a huge role in the Union having more strength to take over the Confederacy. Again, I do want to preface that this did not end slavery, but laid the foundation for the 13th Amendment, which that is what actually abolished slavery, like, period, over everything. And like, there's a huge misconception that the Emancipation Proclamation is, but it's really the 13th Amendment that, like, sets in stone that we cannot have slavery.
You cannot
in that
own
way.
people.
Yes, type shit, which y'all are weird. But anyways, and that didn't come out until December of 1865, so almost a full year after the Emancipation Proclamation. Almost a full year after the Emancipation. 2.5 full years after the Emancipation Proclamation came out. For me, when I was reading about this, and you can kind of, like, tell me your vibes too, but, like, hearing that this was the first war that Black soldiers were able to fight in was just like, damn, we had to literally get ourselves out of slavery. Like, even, like, they would not have won without Black soldiers being allowed to enlist. And there's, like, the general that arrived in Galveston that was, gave the General Order Number 3, which was the orders for Juneteenth, basically for them to, like, stop slavery in Texas. He was a white general from, like, honestly from New York type shit. Like, he was from, like, a liberal more area and all the things. And there's always this huge conversation around him, but I don't know, it's just like, damn, like, I think of, like, my dad's a soldier, you know what I'm saying? My dad, it was in the Army, if I'm not mistaken. He was like a sharpshooter type shit, and, like, the type of experiences that Black men experience now, even going to fight the wars that we're currently in, and the things that they have to come home and face, it's like, it's even after slavery, even though we're not in chains, there is still this, like, you know, lingering aspect of us not being worthy of respect, which is insane. So, which I know we know, but like,
it was not that long ago.
1865.
It was not that long
ago.
No. Before I got fired at work, I was watching like PBS documentaries.
Yeah.
And I was watching it on the Gilded Age, and I watched it on the Civil War. And I was like, this literally, so when you think of the 60s, you know, you don't think your grandparents were born in the 60s. It was only 100 years before that.
That's it. So their grandparents, you know what I'm saying? Like their family remember, like has stories from times that, so it is literally.
Like they use black and white to trick us.
Seriously, even with the way that they talk about the Gilded Age, and like they seem like they're very distant events.
Yeah.
And they're not.
They're literally one after another.
Yes.
I mean, there were people that were born in slavery that were freed, that were going up north into New York and creating businesses and creating things for themselves.
Yeah.
I think, the Gilded Age, I think that's why we're in this predicament that we're in now. Yeah. It was slavery, and then right after slavery, it was the industrial boom.
Yeah.
And that was like the born of fucking capitalism.
Yeah.
In the way that we know it today, the greed.
And it has always been a destructive thing.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's like we've never recovered from slavery. We've never had reparations. We never addressed it. We still will say it was this long ago, forget about it.
That clicks immediately. You're like, it's a byproduct of slavery for sure, because I think of like the child labor, the women's labor, like all of the other forms of slavery essentially that were being used.
They were trying to figure out how to pay these people the least amount of money possible.
Pennies on the dollar.
To do
dying
their
on the job. Yes.
Absolutely.
And they were fighting conditions.
And they were fighting, and they were teaming up with who? The federal fucking government.
Yeah.
So it's like, we haven't beat slavery. Then here comes people with crazy amounts of fucking wealth that is hoarding it, not spreading it amongst their community, and they don't even want to pay their workers. Yeah. So then we have the Gilded Age, and that is how we breed this racist, bigoted, ass capitalistic, ass bullshit ass society. Yeah. It literally was one thing after another, and those things just happened, bro.
Literally.
We act like the Gilded Age, that shit, no, that shit.
We're still benefiting from things.
They had horse and buggies.
Yeah.
Ford was born out of the Gilded Age. We had cars right after that. You know what I mean? Like, it was not that long ago. So it's like, no, we are still healing from slavery. We are still, we haven't even started healing.
Done the work.
We haven't even started healing as far as like the Gilded Age and putting billionaires on fucking pedestals and not demanding them. They pay us what we're worth. Yeah. And they spread their fucking wealth, because nobody needs to have $90 fucking billion. Nobody needs to have that much fucking money. You're not even going to be able to spend that shit.
No. Yeah, the idea of slavery, especially in terms of like, to think that there was like a war for people to like want to continue enslaving a class of humans.
And they'll be like, it was for states' rights. States' rights for what, Becky?
Like, duh. Like, what are we talking about? Like, the fact that there had to be a general order that had to be enforced because y'all refused to let people know. Because you just had to keep paying for shit. And then also, like, not even just the industrial complex. Like, it is, like, this is where we're getting into, like, the civil rights era in terms of, like, we're seeing the aggression of not being able to enslave people.
I mean, before Jim Crow, there was that period of, the late 1800s and the early 1900s, so 1920, where there was close to, if not over, 3,000 black women, men, and children lynched, and nobody went to jail for any of those period at all. And that shit did not happen. And then just in the South, like they said, that shit happened in Chicago. Yeah. That shit would happen in Missouri. That shit happened. And that shit was entertainment for these people. Yeah. That shit was a picnic.
Like, your president is in be in the background type shit. Like, don't piss me off. Yeah.
It's infuriating. We are not that far from it. No. So no, we are not even 100 years. We're barely out of 100 years where they were not stringing us up in fucking trees for fucking sport.
And they still do, quite frankly. Let's be honest.
But then, they'll get their local sheriff's department to call it a fucking suicide. Yeah. They still do.
It's insane. It is insane. Do you want to read the next section about Juneteenth? So let's go ahead and tell you guys what Juneteenth actually is, to give you guys an idea why we're so damn frustrated, because I'm black and I'm mad, bitch.
Okay, so Juneteenth happened June 19th, 1865. Major General Gordon Granger arrived in Galveston, Texas to declare all slaves in Texas free 2 years after Abraham signed the proclamation. After the date passed, what is Juneteenth?
Sorry. Hold on. Let's see. Okay, sorry. I'm realizing that I was like, I'll do that in a minute, and I'll have the facts in my brain. Sorry. Okay, sorry about that, y'all. Well, that part will be cut out. But so after the date passed, there were I think it was 250,000 people that were still enslaved at the time. So after this date passed, people were obviously excited. There was this,
that's a lot of folks. 250,000?
250,000 people. They had to send an army to force people to stop having slaves. I think what's dope about it though is as a Black person, and we'll get into more of it, but we always find a celebration even in the bullshit. And Juneteenth was spawned out of wanting to celebrate being free. And mind you, again, there were still slaves that were in captivity during this time, but it was the sheer celebration of the fact that they were not. And that they were able to fellowship, connect back with people. I mean, you have, mind you, during slavery, they're taking families, moving them across states, moving them across the entire country. You have people giving the actual opportunity to reconnect with their families. Yeah. And this is where you see the birth of family reunions, especially for Black people. And I grew up in a big ass family. I kid you not. It makes me so sad to think, because I very much grew up in the soul family type shit, where we would all have dinner on Sundays. I grew up in a big ass church family. And it was dope. And the family reunion aspect was such a big part of it. And it was, driving to fucking Florida, Texas, goddamn Atlanta, wherever, just to be with family. And I don't know half these people. Yeah. But I know I share blood with them. And there was a certain be proud of that. And knowing that was birthed out of slavery and the abolishment of that, and just affirming that you can't take that part of me. It kind of made me feel so much more special about those moments. I don't know. Yeah. And I know that there's this huge misconception that Black people don't have culture. Huge misconception that Black people don't have culture. And I think what it is that our culture comes out of trauma. And so it looks like a trauma response rather than culture. Where family reunions were...
I don't know how we don't have culture, and they stay taking it.
Man, LA, does your family do reunions? And I feel most of my white friends, if they do a reunion, it's not a cookout. Y'all not going on excursions together for a weekend.
I don't even know many white people that got cousins. Where's y'all cousins at?
Is very small.
Yeah.
There's only...
Where your cousins?
There's my mom, and then she has two sisters. My mom's older sister has two stepkids, and they have kids, and then my cousin. And then my mom's younger sister has 3 kids. So, we get together as a family pretty often. Yeah. We're so small. So, we're together holidays, birthdays, just on a random Tuesday. But
I'm going to add pictures of, some of my family events. But, when I tell you these would be, 100, 200, 300 event, things. This was, literally, I don't know some of these people from a can of paint at all. They're born in a different state, raised in a different place. But this your cousin type shit. Go hang out with your cousin. Type shit.
I think I've been to 1 or 2 family reunions.
Yeah.
Back when I still associated with my dad's side of the family.
Yeah.
I had a few, but they're also from West Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many of them.
Yeah.
So that's a whole other side of the family.
Yeah. It's a pride thing. And I I used to think it was I used to think that everyone, first off, had that family experience where they had that big ass family and you all connected and everything else, and that was just normal. I didn't realize that was a special thing in itself. But then on top of that, sorry dear, on top of that, the privilege of being able to do that with family, I didn't realize how special it was and how it was connected to literal traditions that were based again out of slavery and out of the freeing of slaves, and just wanting to reconnect and rebuild things that were physically taken away from us as a people. And that just was really, really dope to learn about. Because I don't think I thought that, me being a weird person, I was just thinking reunions was just your cousin moved away, they grew a family, you had a family here, and now you combine your families. I didn't think that it would be rooted in anything like that. So it was really dope to learn about, for real. Where are we going next? Let me see. Oh. So wait, you were saying that your white family does not, like, you've never really, like, have you gone to, like, a family reunion, though? Like, even if it's not your own family?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so, but, like, like, what goes on at family reunions and shit, right?
I mean, it's a barbecue, ain't it?
Right, but, like, like, the spades, like...
I mean,
like,
it's a
it's a cookout vibe. Yeah. But I feel like with reunions...
You were saying my white family.
Well, because you had started to say something about, like, your white family or some shit does not do... Okay, maybe I just misheard this.
She mentioned white family. I don't know my white family.
Got you. Yeah. My fault. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like reunions are... I feel like the last day was like a cookout for us, but it was like... For my family, at least, I mean, my family was super fucking religious, so it was going to church, doing that whole thing. Mm-hmm. But then it was like, we would go to an excursion or like go to an amusement park or like do something like that together where everybody got the same t-shirt on and for a fact it's a family reunion type shit. Like, and having the coolers with you where everybody got to get a damn ham sandwich out the bag and it's soggy as fuck because the ice melted or some shit. Like having those experiences with my cousins of like, everybody's in the same hotel, so we're running the hallways and shit, and like just being able to like fellowship. And then also the older I got, like seeing like becoming an adult and like not being a kid anymore and being able to hang with the adults and like seeing my like big aunties that are super big in the church get drunk for the first time, like that kind of shit. And those moments were like so special. And then I have
when's the last family reunion you had?
The last, I wouldn't even consider it a reunion. The last, like, in some ways it was probably Thanksgiving of 2020, like 2019, I'm sorry, right before COVID.
Okay.
So this was when my Uncle Ricky, who owned the church that I grew up in, was still alive. My grandfather was still alive. Like, and this was a lot of the elders that are, like, in my family, they're definitely, like, getting that age where, like, a lot of them are not mobile. But 2019, people were still a little bit more with it. So my Aunt Louise in Painesville, she owned 2 homes, and they were like right across the street from each other off like Kerr. And we would like everybody would just park on both sides of the street. Kids would be in one house, adults would be in one house. Food would be like everywhere, and you would just like walk across, and like people would travel, and I have experiences with cousins that I might have seen like 5 times in my whole life, but I'm like, oh my God, Princess. Like I love princesses like Peach Cobbler that I had one time, but like I love her. You know what I'm saying? Like I have love for people that I don't really like see all the time, but it is this like, you my family. And especially like growing up in a church family that is like a lot of my family, like I've talked about it before, like our activists in community, like take up space in their homes and really fight for shit like people I think that, coming out of this era would have. And it's dope to like grow up around Black people that are proud to be Black and talked about being Black. Like, I have religious family members. I have family members that are more Rasta, more like got long ass locks, and I have, really well traveled family members and some niggas that stayed in the hood. And it was like nice to see everyone be in the same room and like see that, what's our favorite word, that Black people are not a monolith, and that, there's love there. And it's just so beautiful. And I feel like that's not a thing anymore. Like I don't really see that more anymore. And it's when I see my cousins, or if I see like some of my like aunts or whatever, it's always like, dang, like we got to get together. Like it's always that conversation of like, we got to do it. And it's sad when you start to see like your patriarchs and your matriarchs pass away, because those things are what change. And I commend like those families that are coming out of Juneteenth and coming out of those times that, I feel like my grandfather and that generation was a byproduct of that time. Like I think that they still, because they grew up in the Jim Crow era to a certain extent, I feel like they see the value of connecting with their loved ones, where our generation and even my parents' generation, they were a little bit more disconnected from that. Yeah. So it's slowly gone away, and it's sad, but I like I said, I commend the people that were able to hold those traditions for like hundreds of years, after. So I don't know. I miss that though. I can't wait to like put all the random ass pictures, because, my family was like birthdays, everything. Like we would throw big ass parties. They have like the VHS tapes of like everyone's weddings, everyone getting together. And we would literally sit up as a family and rewatch the bitches, like that type of shit. Like, and it's special to think about. Like life wasn't always perfect as a kid, but those moments are really, really special to me. Yeah. And then also again, to know that it's related to my history was like, damn. But I really do think I was blessed in like the type of people that I was raised by. Like like I said, the monolith of people the non-monolith, that I was raised by, the like just vast difference in like personality and like drive, and just, I had my one auntie that took $30-$40 out of me because she let it gamble. My other auntie that traveled and lived in Africa for years and like literally met Nelson Mandela type shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like hearing both sides of their lives, like hearing about how they had brothels in New York City, but also run businesses. And you know what I'm saying? Like just getting to pick up those like life experiences. It's just talking to your family has so much value to it because they are like mirrors of you, but it's a privilege to have that. And I, again, was so lucky. I was so lucky. Yeah. Juneteenth is like, it's obviously the slaves being released, but just like the byproducts that came out of it in terms of like the celebration, the love, the community. And we're going to get into like the significance of like the colors, the outfits, the vibes. So because we have, I want to get into the significance of the color red.
Can I talk about my
family experience? Please. Yeah, sorry.
So we didn't celebrate Juneteenth, but we really celebrated Memorial Day. That was like our celebration, and I recently found out that Memorial Day was made for Black people.
Same, which can you kind of, I don't think I'm like versed on that.
So I'm not, obviously I didn't do any research to bring this up.
Safe space.
I want to say that Memorial Day was created to memorialize slaves. Yeah. And there were mass graves built, and we would go and visit and have celebrations and memorialize our lost ancestors. Yeah. And then, you know, the white man comes in and shits on everything and
does what the white man does.
And does exactly. Does what the white man does and made it about everybody.
America.
Right. Yeah. Right. But it was created for us, by us, and just got colonized like everything does. Yeah. But yeah, so I would say like when you're talking about just connecting with family and family that you might not know, like we have a very tight-knit family.
I love watching your family's dynamic from the outside. It's like, really cute.
So like the extent of our family, like we could trace everybody on my Black side comes from the South, so comes from Alabama. Yeah. And a lot of my family moved up here during like the 70s. Mm-hmm. And I think just being able to see I just remember being a kid and seeing my Uncle Pie in a wheelchair and my Poppy's on the grill and my granny's upstairs cooking like it just the celebration. And I don't even know if they knew that Memorial Day used to be for us. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's just the fact that cookouts ain't what they used to be, and it just like the music, the vibes, the laughing, the loud, the kids, it was just such an experience. And like you said, like when matriarchs and patriarchs passed away, unfortunately, when my Poppy passed away, so did a lot of our traditions.
Yeah. Because someone has to pick up the baton. And it's honestly, it's a heavy crown to wear. Like, truly.
It very much is. Yeah. It very much is. And I think I try to, in a sense, but there's only so much that I can do with the resources that I have. Yeah. I think my dad is hard on himself because I think, like you said, it's heavy crown, big shoes to fill, and you know, I think that he wishes that he could be more, you know, like that. Yeah. My dad don't like people though, so it's like I don't want to be in my house, like, you know. So like, and he does what he can for us, and like we still try to get together for Memorial Day and do something if and when we can. But yeah, I would say like those are some of the best, those are some of the best memories growing up, is like just having everybody that you know or might not know like that for real in one place.
It's my nigga though. Yeah. Like I'm finna go to the corner store, then we finna smoke a blunt. I don't even know this nigga. Like,
because
that's my cousin though.
The same people I seen at this, I might see at my uncle's Pie's funeral. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah.
And also when I run into them cousins out in the wild, it's the same type of love. Like, too, like, you know, a lot of my family does live in Painesville, so if I see them out, like, say they're out at the club or some shit, I literally might not know them from a fucking can of paint. And it's, you cool? You need anything? You straight? No, I love you. If you need me, hit me up. You know what I'm saying? It's that type of like, nigga, we family, you know, and it's rich.
Yes.
It's a rich feeling.
Absolutely.
To know that you are, like, unconditionally loved by somebody that don't even need to know you type shit, just because you share a memory, a bond, blood, like, that's just dope.
Yeah.
That's just dope. But
it's dope.
Like, I get what you're saying in terms of, like, seeing your, like, certain people on the grill, like, because it's almost like a calling card of, like, nigga, we gotta cook out.
it's just a distinct memory because of those feelings, and that's why like. This is like saying weird, but on the lowest key, that is the part of a funeral that I enjoy, is seeing all these people. Yes, is seeing all these people and celebrating and being together. And
I have to ask, is your family the type that like? Because I feel like that's honestly when we are getting together nowadays is at funerals,
and that's so unfortunate.
It sucks, but literally as a family we'll have that conversation of like, this can't be the only place that we get together. Yeah, but it ends up still being that. Did your family have those conversations? Like,
I would say so. But again, we're so small, like, and it's just now we have our distant cousins like in Montgomery, but we might go down there once every 2, 3, 4 years. Like it's not like. My grandmother constantly is in communication with her sister, but sometimes she don't talk to her other sister. Her other sister live in Atlanta. She don't talk to none of her brothers. Her brothers are still down there. Like, nobody communicates, and that's because, Medea gone. Like, my great-grandmother, she's gone. So we not going down there like we used to. Make sure that we make a trip every year, every 2 years, so.
And I feel you. When certain people pass, it's like you almost think of, like, certain members in your family as like an excuse to be around other family members, and when they're not there, it's kind of like it takes it away. But then even when they start to pass, you take those situations for granted. Like, I fully understand. I fully do. Did you so in both these situations, like, did you realize that these were like inherently Black moments of like,
yes,
I see, and I didn't. Didn't,
but I'm mixed.
Got you. So you have, I get that. That's a really great point.
So it's like I have like. And I don't, like I said, I don't know my white family like that. They actually did have a family reunion. Yeah. That was the one time I was around my white family, and I was like, who are these people? And half my cousins mixed. So it's like,
gotcha. Like.
But I'm like, I don't really know these people. Like, obviously, I knew my mom.
Right.
I knew her brother and his family, so his wife and kids, and then I know my aunt, so my mom's little sister. Yeah. And her husband and their kids. Yeah. That's the extent of my white family that I know. Yeah. I know of them. I know who they are. I know they live down the street. Like, they've always lived on the west side. Right. I've just, my mom had her own traumas with my grandmother, which I feel like maybe the reason, like, why. Yeah. But, like, no. Yeah. So I think for me.
Can I ask, like, comparing, like, and I don't even want to compare in, like, a bad way, but, like, just the vibes compared to, and I know there's other factors with, like, your white side of the family, but, like, what was the vibes like? Like, was it like that? Because when I think of a Black cookout, I literally think of, like, certain music playing,
it wasn't
jiving, vibing.
It wasn't the same. I would say that I was a pretty young kid, like, and actually that day, like, what I remember that day was kind of fucked up, but not because of my white family. They actually, I think, seen the way that my mother was treating me, or, like, she didn't bring a bathing suit to me for me. It was a pool party. She didn't bring a bathing suit, and my grandmother was like, here, like, trying to give money. I don't want to go. Like, it was just so what I remember about that time.
So a little trauma,
wasn't traumatic. Really like about the family, because
it's like your body, which is crazy.
And I also I was with my cousins, so we were in the pool, and but it was different vibes. But that was like my experience as a mixed kid. Like, I couldn't be myself around my mother, because if I was myself, she would correct me.
Got you.
So around my Black side, I felt no pressure.
Yeah. It's always like hey, baby, come on in here.
I could just exist how I was.
Yeah. And there's a huge misconception, and don't get me wrong, there's that portion of our community that's like this. But I think there's this huge misconception that Black people are, like, hella judgmental. I think we're just witty as fuck, and we like a bit. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I think at the end of the day, like, even the people that, and this almost sounds enabling in a way, and there's nuance to this comment. But, like, there is, even if I talk shit about somebody, I'm still gonna let them, like, if they was hungry, they needed some food or some shit, there's still that, like, level of, like, letting them in that sense of community. And I do think that comes.
I don't think that we other people in the way that other people.
Yeah.
I think
even other people are still in the community. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We just know that they a little gay or some shit, or they a little weird, or
right. And they might say, things that might be problematic or not politically correct.
Yes.
Or, but they don't see you as less than human because you are those things.
No.
They might not agree with
it. They might call you something that you don't want to be called.
Right. And they might be ignorant as fuck. Yes. But they're not going to see you
they're
as
literally ignorant as fuck.
As less than them either.
Yes. Like, they're ignorant in terms of the definition. Like, they just don't have the knowledge to be able to, like, speak politically correct about who you are as a person. But yeah, I do think like as Black people, we are a lot more inviting. And I think that is just a byproduct again of chattel slavery and like wanting to be accepted ourselves.
Absolutely.
And like having a passive gene. There's got to be a gene. Trauma is passed down. A passive gene that reminds us of that feeling of being other, that I think is why we are like this community, babes.
Yeah.
You know, green, purple, blue, brown, don't matter. Type shit. Yeah.
And speaking of colors.
Baby, okay. So while Felicia's pulling that up, I know that the next section is talking about the significance of red. Rojo. So it's honestly, it's a sad kind of reasoning, but I think it's really dope as well. So when I was looking up like food and like things that would be at like a traditional Juneteenth celebration, which we'll get into like what those events look like, because honestly, I want to go to Texas during Juneteenth. Like, I want to so bad. I just think it'd be so fly to do that. But traditional things that you would see at a Juneteenth event are a lot of red-centered foods. So I have a little present for y'all. Hold, please. I got a little dessert. This shit looks ugly as fuck. Don't judge me, y'all.
I love it. I want this one.
Period. They're good as fuck, though. Thank you to the person that tried to help me ice them. This is the design that I went with because I tried to make them like look like bump cakes. Like like when they have the icing on the shit. That shit is so hard. I don't know how they do that. They have to have a machine or something. So at traditional Juneteenth parties, you would see like a lot of red foods, like red velvet cake, strawberry cake. That's why we have hibiscus in our drinks, which honestly, so I made this hibiscus like simple syrup for today, and that shit tastes like fucking Kool-Aid, like on some real shit. Like I dead ass was like, I like put a little bit in my cup, and I was like, nigga, I'm gonna drink this whole thing. Like this shit good as fuck. That shit is so good. Like low-key might be my favorite drink. But you would see like barbecue food, like watermelon, which I think the significance of watermelon in the Black community, like it's funny how they could make something that like Black people get chastised for shit that we were forced to do. Watermelon was one of the first crops that Black sharecroppers, Black farmers were actually allowed to grow. So the fact that, I think of...
That's why they did that.
Yeah.
To deter us from wanting to grow our crops.
Yeah.
And making money.
Yeah.
Yep.
But it's funny when you think about how we took that, we put that shit in our celebrations for one. Two, I think of the menstrual shows and like all that shit. Like it is so insane how you could chastise.
That's the same thing with fried chicken. Mm-hmm. And then guess who is the face of fried chicken? The white nigga. Colonel Sanders.
And Koreans, which I fuck with Koreans people. But like Black soldiers taught y'all how to do that shit. Korean fried chicken is just American fried chicken in Korea. I'm so sorry.
Just made in Korea.
In Korea. Like,
ain't shit different, but the latitude and longitude.
Really not. Literally.
Like the fuck.
I'm so sorry, like for real. But talking the red though, it is like I said, Black people can find joy in horrible things. So the color red, like the Black American flag, the Black Pan-African flag is like the red, the green, and the black.
Yeah.
The black, I think, signifying skin, the green signifying like prosperity, freedom, earth kind of thing, and then the red signifying like the blood that was lost. Mm-hmm. And I could be wrong on that, and I'm so sorry if I am wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure that's what the damn flag means. And
we probably did better at this flag than we did the pride flag.
Watch that episode. No, for real. Because I was like, I don't even know, nigga. What did you say at one point? Vastness? Yes. This bitch said that blue represented vastness, alluding to the ocean. I was thinking about that randomly the other day on some funny shit. Like, that was hilarious, my nigga. Like, like what? But so the Juneteenth celebrations, they would have everything in red to signify the bloodshed. And that's actually if I'm not mistaken, a West and Central African tradition that was passed down. So I just love that as Black people, we are so resilient in terms of like, you can, for hundreds of years, you can take away my traditions and I'm still going to find a way to embed them into my culture. Regardless of what the fuck you think. Mm-hmm. I think of like braids, our styling, even now to this day, in terms of like the gold, the jewelry, the like grails, everything. Like these are all like going back to the Moors are still connected to us as people. And it's just so dope to see how it's like progressed throughout history. Absolutely. And even with us being the prototype and still being chastised for it, we still have a sense of identity. And it's just so dope because I think that we're taught to not recognize that in ourselves. And celebrating things like Juneteenth, I think really bring that home of like, Black is beautiful. Black bodies are beautiful. Black people are beautiful. And so is Black culture. And it's okay to face that and to be comfortable with it. Like my crazy ass auntie that, again, she really did trick me out of my $40 in a gambling set she is just as much as Black culture as Huey P, all these other people, because she is culture. Like, that is, it's the culture, it's the vibe. So
absolutely,
it really is. But I also love that Juneteenth is the reason why we have delicious red velvet cake.
Yeah.
For real.
Ooh, excuse me.
What is your favorite red item? Like, after a perfect Juneteenth, what is your one red item that you would have to have?
Probably watermelon.
Period.
Like,
fresh.
Yeah. And especially because we come from Alabama, there's a picture. Hopefully, I can find it.
Oh,
but there's a picture of little me.
Yeah,
in Alabama.
probably looking like Izzy.
Yeah,
For
3
real?
shades lighter.
I love that.
But I'm sitting there, this big ass watermelon. Like I used to eat that shit by the pound. Like,
Do you still fuck with watermelon like that?
Yes, but I have to. I don't like it. I don't like it when it's not sweet. I want my shit sweet, juicy, and dripping. Like
you gotta put a little lemon on that.
My papi used to put salt on his watermelon.
I know people that do that. I don't get that.
What is wrong with y'all?
I know that
he
salt
had serious diabetes.
Something
crazy.
I bet that. But I will say, people
Multiple
use salt
open
is
heart
technically
surgeries.
just like a flavor enhancer, so I can understand.
No. Not
But
in
it's
the way
just-
that this nigga was like.
Oh, he was salty.
Because he had Parkinson's, so he'd be like.
He was seasoning the damn watermelon. I get what you're saying.
I mean, he
wasn't
did
as
this
good.
with everything.
Okay.
Eggs. It'd be eggs.
Did my nigga have pots? He want to check his level.
Eggs, ketchup, salt, pepper.
I never
Fries.
I never understood the egg and ketchup people. Are you like that? Okay.
I'm an egg and hot sauce. If I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do hot sauce or a little
You know,
syrup or a little syrup.
I do a little
Sidebar.
on mine every now and again.
I can get down with that. You know the nigga that's like, girl, you thinking of the bowl of oatmeal. That's how I felt when you said that. Cause I fuck with the little hot sauce on there. Yeah.
Yes, but I like a Mexican. Not to take this too far left. Mexican breakfast.
It's still the mile now, bitch. Bitch, go check out the Patreon.
Have you ever had watermelon steak?
No.
It's like a vegan thing.
LA.
No, it's really good.
LA.
When I was a really, really strict
LA.
raw vegan,
LA.
It's a raw steak.
it was so good though.
No, I'm thinking of the raw shit from earlier.
Yeah, that's why I said it's a raw steak.
LA was trying to tell us about some raw cheesecake, bro, and I got really confused for a second.
Okay, I was a really crunchy, annoying vegan. It's like, I can't do this, I'm vegan. I was one of those for a long time.
I'm vegan. I'm vegan.
But no, if you grill a watermelon steak, like nice and thick and juicy, and then I put like a little tahini on it, ooh, that is...
See, no, I like anything with a tortilla. Sam had made, I don't know what the fuck it's called, but it was like egg with tortilla like smashed up, so the tortilla.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. They put it all in the pan. That shit good as fuck.
That shit's fire.
That shit is good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, bitch.
With the Tapatio.
Yep. Absolutely. See,
I know what you're talking about.
I fuck with my bitch with the C. What's her name?
Oh, I know. I can't. Ooh, I know what you're talking
Chola.
about. Cause she got
Chulo.
yes.
Yes,
She
Chola,
got the little the Mary
Yes.
shit on it. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
With the wooden.
I think a lot of
circle top.
Mexicano when I see that shit. Yes.
Shit is fire.
If you know, you know.
That shit is
Yeah.
fire. I either do
Mexican
the Mexican
hot sauce does not get talked about a lot. Yeah. Respect to all my niggas in the
or
well, not my niggas,
Louisiana. I don't like that red hot shit.
I don't like red hot, but I do like the this shit. Like, I put this shit on everything. That bitch. Is that red hot? I do like that thing. I don't like the red devil. That's what it is.
Okay.
Now here's another unhinged red hot thing. At the bar I used to work at, we made popcorn with Frank's Red Hot and then Parmesan cheese.
That sounds good.
Yeah, it does.
Oh man, we called it fire popcorn and it was
That sounds good.
Yeah,
Put a little
that
garlic on
sounds
that too. Yeah. I'm into that.
Yeah.
Okay, if I was throwing a Juneteenth event, which, by the way, we will give you guys a little conversation about our Juneteenth event that we would have had hosted at this point in time.
Yes.
But if I was hosting an event, I would want to have, I don't know, I think brisket. Like, if we going like barbecue, I
thought you said it had to be red. That's why I said watermelon.
Brisket's red if you cut it into it. Nice little smoke ring. That's what I want. Yeah.
Like hot links.
Yep. Bitch, a Texas hot link. Listen, okay, look.
My barbecue sauce a little red.
Listen, I gotta, we gotta go to Texas for real. My cousin Nate, if you watching this, you know I fucking love you for real. I got like a few cousins and shit that live in Texas, so like whenever they would come up, nigga, bring them motherfucking hot links with you. Nigga, I think my mom gave me some. I got some in my refrigerator right now thawing out, and that's funny as fuck because I dead ass just took them out the refrigerator. Them motherfuckers is so good. Okay, fuck a hot dog.
Nah, yeah,
a red hot, a hot link.
Yo,
girl, the snap of them motherfuckers, the fingers I use, bitch. The snap of the motherfuckers is going. This is so good. Oh my god. But yeah, I would want I really like the fact that it was barbecue food because when I was researching this, I was thinking it was traditional soul food. Like I was thinking it was like collard greens, some greens, mac and cheese. But it's a summer event, and it's in
I
Texas.
think it's so crazy because like in my head, when you're black, you look forward to the holidays because you look forward to soul food.
Nigga, you don't eat all day waiting for dinner.
Yeah, you look forward to Thanksgiving and Christmas because you know that there's going to be the fixins.
I'm finna smash.
But then in the summertime, you look forward to those holidays because you know it's going to be barbecue.
Somebody finna fuck up them ribs.
So,
yeah.
And in the wintertime, I'm eating my macaroni and cheese with my yams. In the summertime, I'm eating my macaroni and cheese with my beans. So that's literally...
Talk about shit. And I might have a little macaroni salad. Yeah.
Yeah. So...
I really... And you know what's funny? I will say now, there's really not a lot of cookouts that go on for my family, but there's... oh my God. No, you're okay.
Clementine,
no.
come here. Clem. Hey,
baby.
We're going to go home. You want to go home?
Babe.
Come here.
I need you to go with your dad.
Come here.
Go with your dad.
No.
No.
I'm not going to save you.
Clem, I don't like
Don't
the way
look
you're
at me,
being
girl.
right now.
Clem, come here. You're being naughty. Come here.
Go with your dad. Go.
Come here.
Go, mama.
Clementine Marie. Come here.
Go, Clem.
Come. You cannot step on the cords. Come over here.
Back well.
Under lock and key. Just push
One more time. Got you.
Just make sure it's in there.
There we go. Good.
I assume so. I can't really tell until I listen back.
Well, if it's not, that's okay. Life happens. But yeah, though, there's only one really big cookout that I look forward to. It's not even my family, and I'm sad 'cause I'm not gonna be able to go this year. But it actually happens normally around Juneteenth. My friend Ayla, one of my close friends, Ayla, her dad, his birthday and a few of his kids' birthdays and shit are always around the same time, and it's around Father's Day and shit. So they'll host a big cookout, and it's always last Saturday of the month type shit. You don't even have to it's going on type shit. They take over that big pavilion in the rec center at rec or whatever, and they got hella food. It's free. Niggas smoking, niggas drinking. It's red cups galore. Everybody come down. All her family's from Pittsburgh. It's they all drive over type shit, and it really reminds me of that last day of the family reunion, where everybody's sitting, drinking, talking shit, laughing, kikiing. You got the ratchet ass aunties, the cool ass people, the old folks. It's just dope, and I know we're doing the Juneteenth event, which at this point would have passed, but I'm excited for that. And because I'm hoping the things that we're talking about, I think what community and what Mara's trying to do for the Juneteenth event, I think is really trying to bring that back. And maybe take away, it doesn't just have to be your family though. Right. It can be community. It can be the people that you share, that your neighbors, people that you live near. And I think that that's a dope change to all of that. I think a lot of us have weird relationships with our family, and I think that we need to find different ways to build community and have that, that feeling, because everyone deserves to feel that feeling. And I think the way she's trying to go about it with this, just bringing everybody together would be really dope for sure. So
for sure,
because bring reunions back, nigga.
No, for real. Put the niggas on a grill again.
That's
y'all niggas
thing.
Don't even know how to fucking grill.
Y'all niggas don't know how to cook for real. Grill. Let me tell you, okay, no shade. The nigga I fuck with know how to cook. This is the first nigga I really fuck with that I feel really know how to cook. Niggas don't be doing that.
No,
y'all don't be doing that, and it's honestly why?
No, y'all should know how
why?
to do it.
I'm a season it for you. Go put it on the grill, Dad. You know what I'm saying? What are we doing? And I feel that's the other thing too.
These niggas don't even know how to change a tire, but it's about to get into a whole nother conversation.
And I really do think that the dating world, no lie, no shade, is the reason why we don't have I don't think we need to have traditional abusive ass relationships like we did, our grandparents dealt with. I'm not saying that, but I do think the idea of a nucleus family and somebody that has the a team that's able to throw these events or curate these things is necessary, and our generation just doesn't have that. And I think that is really what lacks. There is no you don't even got to be married, but friends don't even host cookouts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, there's no, and if you do, it's like niche. It's like a small, you know what I'm saying? It's not like you really trying to invite your whole community. You're not asking neighbors to come. Like, I just think we're missing that. And I hope that.
My neighborhood does that. We have a block party every year.
But like, even not even a block party. Like, I think of literally my friends, like, we'll do a cookout and it'll just be us. Like, we don't ask like our extracurricular friends. We don't even ask our families to come. Like, it's just, and I think that like, when I was growing up, a cookout meant everybody was invited. It didn't matter whether you was family, friend. Like, honestly, I grew up thinking a lot of my family friends were my family because they was just around all the time. Yeah. And like, that's what we're missing. Like like the tiered friendship shit is weird. Like, we should just all be together and have our community, you know? Yeah. But if you were attending a Juneteenth event, what would you want to see? What red thing?
Definitely watermelon. That's
Period.
my, like, barbecue go-to. Or
we ain't grilling it for you though.
No, it doesn't. I prefer it cold. I would bring probably something weird just to be fun. We make this insane Jell-O salad in my household that's strawberries and marshmallows.
Deep Negro sigh.
It's good. I love Jell-O.
There was this meme that I saw this white man. Listen to this, LA. Because this is you, bro. Y'all make ambrosia salad. Okay.
Ambrosia salad slaps, okay?
No. Anyways, LA, look, there's this video of this white man that kept getting invited to the black cookouts, right? And he was like, I guess he ran into like one of the elders from his church type shit in like the store while he was buying some stuff to make for the cookout. And she was like, baby, why you buying stuff? We gonna throw it away anyways, type shit. LA, I love you. Baby, bring some cups. Okay, bring some cups.
You can bring some Jell-O shots.
Right. Right. You a whole ass bartender. Use your strengths, baby.
Or even if you do like a Jell-O with like some whipped cream, the kids will love that.
Yeah.
It's like Jell-O with strawberries and then marshmallows and whipped cream.
No, you lost me when we said, just keep it at the Jell-O. Jell-O and the cream.
S'mores on it.
I think black people just don't like certain textures, and that's a weird texture. Niggas don't like ambrosia salad. Y'all layering it? No. That's not like that weird ass crumble cookie when they was doing the pretzel with the strawberry shit.
Oh, I don't.
I'll bring the jungle juice.
Yeah, do that. The
jungle juice we make it's Hawaiian punch and Four Locos, so.
I don't know if I want you to bring it now.
Nigga,
Four Locos is crazy as fuck. Did they take the fucking drugs out of that?
Jungle juice is supposed to be
I thought it was liquor. Yeah, it's supposed to be like yo drink type shit. Yo shit damn near a jungle juice. Felisha's drink is so good, y'all.
Nah, only if it had like different alcohols in it. It's just the hand dog.
It's just the Hennessy.
Hand dog.
Before we get into the kind of the last part of Juneteenth and like getting into like the more recent aspects of Juneteenth, I feel like I want to talk to you guys about like who the person was that was able to create the holiday. Like, because Juneteenth was recognized as a day, but not nationally until honestly like 2020,
recently,
if I'm not mistaken. Yes. So obviously, and we'll get into who she is, there was a black woman that is the reason why we have Juneteenth. And so because
it's always a black woman.
For real, since we're talking about just being black and like our experiences, I wanted to ask, what are your favorite things about being a black woman?
The camaraderie.
Yeah.
It's like a natural camaraderie that you have with other black women, no matter what space you're in.
Yeah.
No matter if it's at the club, at a restaurant, at an amusement park, at work.
Yeah.
Like, you have a natural, like...
It's a sisterhood.
Yeah.
It's an unspoken sisterhood.
It's an unspoken sisterhood. Yeah. Absolutely. And I think we have it as women, but when you are a black woman, you know what I mean? It hits different. It's just like, I was telling LA and Karrington that I took my daughter, we went to go pick up some food. We went to Sam Silk's soul food restaurant, Selfish
and they have
chicken.
a good chicken deal too.
So
you know.
She has on this bell dress.
Aww.
And she's like, "Mommy, can I wear my dress?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." She's like, "Can I bring my wand?" I'm like, "Yeah." So
it's my kind of mom right here.
So she comes with me. She gets out the car, and there's two black women, one working, one waiting on her food. And we walk in, and I mean, it's just already, they're just like, oh, look at you, you're so cute.
Yes.
You know, so they gonna hype my girl up. I think of the moments being, you know, my grandmother now, she doesn't go nowhere. She doesn't do much because it's hard for her to get around.
Yeah.
And after my papi passed away, it was a big toll on her mental health. And I think that's really, she fine physically, but mentally she limits herself because of,
she's sad.
Yeah.
She grief. Man.
But my granny was one of those black women that every week she in the salon getting her hair done, you know.
I love that.
My grandmother used to get up extra early to make sure she was going to do laundry at the Cleveland Clinic. That was her job for 50 years.
Yeah.
She going to put on a face to go, you know, to go to the Cleveland Clinic. So
and it's for her.
Yes, and I just remember when it was my turn to like go to the salon with her and being there, and I'm tenderheaded as fuck, and all these beautiful black women surrounding me, telling me pain is beauty, which is a hard truth you learn as a woman, period, no matter your race. But it's just I think of the, like, I don't know, like, also it's just such a blessing to be so close to my grandmother, to be so close to somebody that was so close to this history. You know what I mean? Growing up, I mean, my great grandmother wasn't a slave, but her mother was a slave. You know what I mean? Like, it's to know that my grandmother didn't go to an integrated school. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, she didn't have the opportunities in the South were for her to become another homemaker. My grandmother said, fuck that, and went to Cleveland as soon as she could.
And good for her.
To find opportunities, because she couldn't just follow. She didn't want to be in the kitchen.
Yeah.
I mean, and she still ended up in the kitchen because my grandmother knows how to cook. And my grandmother's a natural nurturer, and she's somebody that if she's not taking care of people, she doesn't feel useful.
Yeah.
Which I think is something that we were talking about. Like I was saying, if I don't feel like somebody can confide in me and talk to me and I'm not problem solving,
we were talking about that.
I don't feel like, what am I here for?
And I think that might be the downside sometimes of being a black woman, is like the constant desire to have to like provide, because for generations we've had to provide for ourselves and others, and forced to take care of others that we didn't even want to take care of, and chastised for it. Like it's become kind of an innate, like we talked about this in other episodes, but how like when your child's lost in the store, white people will tell them to go find a black woman. Like it is the burden of that, the reality and the burden of that. Although it's a
beautiful burden to have.
It's a great burden, and it's definitely the comfortability of knowing that people find comfort in my presence.
Absolutely.
But also the weight of knowing that people find comfort in my presence, and that's a rarity.
Yeah.
Is a lot. And I think as a generation of people that are prone to trauma and also prone to being viewed as less than, but also being held on that pedestal, it's a really interesting spot to be on. Yeah. So I think what you're saying, and I could agree with, like, having black women in community and running into them in person, it almost is like, you get me.
Yes.
There's like I don't have to confide in you. You don't have to confide in me. We're not here to protect each other right now. We're just here to hold space for each other. And that is the nuance, I think, in black women's relationships. Like there's a comfort that we give each other.
And I think there's not, and there is some obviously, but I feel like there's not a lot of like looking down. It's a lot of sitting across the table and networking horizontally, not vertically.
Even if we're not the same vibe.
Yes.
Like pettiness exists in everybody's world.
Right.
But even like I think of like Chef Nia's event, for instance. We were at a table with a lot of different types of people, and there was the same energy of like, what do you got going on? Might not be in my lane, but that's fucking dope.
Yes.
Like, I support that. How can we work out?
Yes.
How can we make that our lane type shit? And that's how
can we combine and collaborate lanes?
Yes. And it's honestly, I don't even care if what they're doing is really related to our business. I just want to be in community with you. Because you're another black woman that's trying to build community and do the same shit I'm doing. And that's where the sisterhood and like that like sparkly feeling comes from.
Yes.
And I love when I'm in rooms like that.
Absolutely.
And I especially love when I'm in rooms like that and they're not people like me.
Yeah.
I love that. I love seeing black women of black people in general of all different backgrounds, lifestyles and everything, just being themselves and like unapologetically taking up place like all of us want to do. Like it's so dope. And I agree. I feel like the same ways you feel I can relate 100%. I think like being a black woman is such a superpower.
Yes.
And it's because of that, it's like heavy as the head that wears a crown kind of thing. And I don't know, I feel like I agree with your sentiment about your grandmother, and like I can relate. My grandmother, I've said many times, she grew up on a sharecropping farm and still damn near acts like it. Me and my sister were just talking yesterday about how like she don't go to the store if she looking for something, she go in her cabinet. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like she uses her resources because she's had to always. And my grandmother over Thanksgiving, she came to visit me, and I think I talked about that a little bit on the podcast. But I remember how like the fact that I could have my own apartment, right? Like the fact that we as women can be single, not have to be married, have our own thoughts, have our own desires, want to have a business, all those things. Like those were big ideas from a generation ago. Yeah. 2 generations ago. Those are like not attainable ideas for a lot of women, but especially Black women at that time.
Absolutely.
And to have, for one, it sucks because we see like the reform and everything that goes on around us, but also like to know that I'm a walking manifestation of what my grandmother couldn't be, but she gets to see me do it and root me on in the process. There's so much magic in that. Yeah. To know that like generationally, I didn't have to struggle like she did. I get to like have a bank account, choose my partner, not have to bear children because some man told me I had to, because my mama told me I needed to, because I literally wouldn't survive, wouldn't be able to have a home, bank account, nothing without that. Like, there's beauty in that. There's so much beauty in that. Like, literally, women could not have apartments unless their husband was on the lease. Like, we are 2 women that have our own, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's already my grandmother's dream, and just being able now to share that, like, again, going back to what I was saying about seeing Black women in a room and seeing, driven Black women in a room, that's the beauty in that, of like, we can do what the fuck we want. Even if you're not. Like, I love the diaspora of all of that. Like the homemakers, the people that don't want to work. Like, I love the wealthy Black woman that chooses to stay at home. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I also love the entrepreneur that wants to do everything that they've been told they can't do. Yep. And anyone in between that, and being able to like know that we are all a manifestation of what our grandparents and what our ancestors could not and never even dreamed of being able to do. Yeah. And I really think for us, this is the first generation where we've been able to have that, like, in this way. Like, I think my mom and like our parents' generation, like, they were very much like we have to be educated, and again, obviously nothing wrong with that, but like their resistance and their form of proving was by assimilating. Yes. And I think that it's not. No. It's like, I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want. Absolutely. If I want to act like some wealthy ass kid whose parents went to Harvard, and I want to be a trust fund baby that's a hippie now, and if I want to act like that as a Black person, I'm going to do that. Like, if I want to be a creative, and you know what I'm saying? Like, if I want to be this like not status quo type of person, I'm allowed to do that now. Even with all the scrutiny that we face, legally, it's not bound against me to stop me. And that's the difference. And I think it's so fucking fire. Yep. It's so fire. I love being Black. Yes. Like, that should be so fire. Yes. Okay, you said it was 7725. Okay. And then, so obviously, because this is a fat ass podcast, and then again, we want to get into who our, grandmother of Juneteenth is. I want to ask, obviously, we're in these fat bodies. What is your favorite thing about being specifically a fat Black woman?
I think my favorite thing about being a fat Black woman is to be, I feel like I'm able to celebrate my body in a way that women that are not Black but are also
taking the words out of my mouth, yes.
cannot.
Yes. We're the prototype. Like, honestly, I know that being a plus size, pretty faced, cute Black girls that are bigger, we're the prototype in terms of what like bigger body beauty is. And I know that that's not, like, we're not the standard of beauty for the world, but I think for our community, there is this like, Black men, our culture has never shied away from curves, which we can go all the way back to our episode with Fran. Like, curves have always been accepted in our community. There's nuance to that conversation, right. But for the most part, you got a little face, a little shape, you in, and it's been always nice to have this, although still had traumas in terms of food culture, all the things, has been this passive level of acceptance that I think that we've all had in our bodies as Black women that are fat. Like, even in terms of like our grandmas type shit, like my grandma was a big woman. Same. And like my grandfather was a fine ass slender man that used to race horses type shit and loved the fuck out of her out loud. Like, like being able to see a plus size person be loved, dress well, take care of themselves, like, but be loved properly. That's such a dream. And not a lot of my, plus size friends from other races experience that, because they're forced to assimilate so much more than we as Black people are, because we know that the grain is not built for us to be within. We get to live on the outside freely, and I know that's what pisses you white people off. But like, really, like, we get to live freely in ourselves and our body in a way that still, you know, isn't fully healed, but makes it easier to become healed, I think, you know, for sure.
I think that's one of my things that I respect the most out of y'all is that, like, you already know that the system's rigged, and so you get to exist, or you've grown to heal and learn to exist and take up space in a way that, like, most people don't. Because, like, we're taught to be like, I don't know, like, that's the way it is. You just kind of fit in, shut up, do your thing.
Yeah.
Like, I have so much respect for all of my Black friends, and especially my fat Black friends, because y'all just joyfully do it. You take up space. Yeah. And, like, you're like, the system's not made for me, so I'm gonna make my own way. Yeah, and
I respect that. I think it's like it's like less pressure, because it's like I was never gonna fit in anyway.
Yeah. Right. That mold was never built for me. You don't have me in your marketing. You don't have me in anything that you're trying to sell for real. I know that Abercrombie and Fitch was not made for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know that all these things that, like, you know, people have on their Pinterest boards and their fucking, what's it called when you're like, everyone does it on like New Year's, like your vision board. Your vision board. Thank you. Like, you have all of these ideas on your vision boards, and a lot of times, like, Pinterest just now started to make it to where you could, like, choose pictures based off race, like within the last, like, 5 years type shit. It's 2026. Like, I think as Black people, again, on top of being in a time where, in general, as people, we're allowed a freedom to be ourselves. This is, again, the first time where I think we can be this, like, free on the outskirts. Like, I think we like being on the sidelines right now, where I don't think my parents' generation would have said that, you know. And I think that
because we just want to be left alone.
I don't even like, stop. Like, I love the videos where it's like there's always a white person watching. Because it's true. We just trying to mind our business and be ourselves. Crazy thing. So
I learned the most from, like, out of all my friends who I learned shit from, is probably I learned the most from y'all. So.
And you know what, going back to your point about like being Black women and, like, having the freedom to do things first, right? I feel like it's a blessing and a curse, because it does come with some type of, like, that's sad. It's like you have all this power, but you can't do anything with it.
Or it's also you have the burden to do it first, and, like, that is a heavy weight.
Which, again, you wonder why you choose to go to Black women first when you're having issues, you know, because we skipped a few levels. I think that is our gift from reformation and, like, reconstruction. I really do think that, like, that's our gift from, you know, not fully being free, but being freer than our ancestors were. And honestly, I think that that's in some ways the punishment on the white community of not having access to that part of themselves. Like, and
that's how the whole racist, classist system, it does a disservice to everybody.
It is.
Absolutely.
Unless you're a cis white male.
Like I said, y'all look like y'all not having fun.
Yeah. Even cis white male, though, like, I really do think that nowadays, this time of being able to talk about, like, what we're all missing out on, it's really taking the veil away from the fact that white people aren't suffering. Because they're suffering just like we are. Like, it's in a different font.
In a different way.
Like, you know, you have good credit, but you have no community.
Right.
That sucks.
Like, familial traditions and, like, these very deeply rooted spiritual systems that we all have had from the jump. Where, like, for me, it's a little different since I very heavily identify with my native side. And, like, the rituals and practices around that is something I've personally studied and really gotten deep into. But, like, the average white person, like, we're so disconnected from our roots because of white supremacy. And
absolutely.
All of that stuff, because we were forced, most of us, like, I'm Irish, Mark's family's Italian, we were forced to assimilate into, like, oh, we're going to be one of the good whites.
And I wouldn't say forced, I would say chose. You guys had to choose.
You had to choose.
Because it's...
And a lot of times, like, you're chastised for that choice, by the way.
Yes.
So,
absolutely.
Like, we've denied our roots to be able to be safe within.
Absolutely, because you guys aren't white. You guys are Croatian. You guys are Russian. You guys are Swedish. You guys are Danish. You guys are Irish. You guys, like... It just...
we're a big hodgepodge of a bunch of shit that we're all just so disconnected from where we came from that we don't have that like ancestral magic.
And it's funny how when you talk about like the stripping of identity from the Black community, where like when I think of the word Black, that means that I don't get to say that I'm West Indian, I'm not Caribbean, I'm not African. Like I can't say that, but it's the same thing for white people. But they get the privilege of being white. Like it's the same exact thing. You still don't know your identity either. You still got that stripped away from you as well.
But they did have the advantage of the generational and being passed down. Like they know where they come from. Yeah. Because they got the choice to migrate over here.
They choose to sacrifice that to have the white supremacy.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. And where we choose exactly. And
we got dragged off of our shores.
And
you know
that's
what I mean?
why
they docked the boat happily.
And that's exactly why
suitcases in hand.
These celebrations like Juneteenth are so important, because they do establish back that sense of identity that was taken away. Like it really does. It's like, again, it's like what I was saying beforehand. You can try to take my traditions away. I will find a way to bring it back.
As somebody that did Ancestry, because I was like just very interested in my makeup. Now I knew I was going to be more white than Black because my Black side, like my grandmother is dark skinned, my father is dark skinned, my grandmother's mother is very light. Yeah. So I knew. Yeah. You know. Yeah. It was very interesting and exciting to see like all of Europe lit up, most of Africa lit up. And it wasn't until 2 or 3 years after I did my DNA test that I was able to see the African slave trade and where I come from in the United States and where my ancestors came from. Because here I'm thinking we're just from Alabama. And no, like we were part of like the French Louisiana, like down there. And I don't know where that comes from. That could come from, you know, my grandfather's side on my dad's side, or my my granny's side on my dad's side. But it's just it was more exciting to see where I came from in the United States, like where were my closest relatives at.
That feels more like, honestly, I love the idea of tracing myself back to Africa for the like idea of knowing where I came from. But I feel you. I do. Fuck America and all the things, but I still do feel more connected to this soil, this land, than I do anything else. Absolutely. So I understand how that, like, knowing where everyone was at, knowing where everyone was moved around to, I get how that could be so exciting. Yeah. Seriously.
And then
that was
my oldest ancestors, just a fun fact, the oldest, because it'll give you a timeline. My oldest ancestors are Native American and Spanish.
So you was here.
I was here. Yeah. I was here, and somebody came over on the boats. Yeah. With Christopher Columbus, and some, you know, not great things happened, obviously, to start my lineage. Yeah. And you know what? I can't assume that. I can't assume that is what happened. Yeah. There is a very possible chance that, you know, the Pocahontas story really did happen, but 9 times out of 10, that's not what it was. Yeah. So, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I'm
suspicious of you, Christopher.
It's very... It's very interesting to see, like, and like LA was saying, I have such a, like, my grandmother, my mom's mom, she was very adamant on making sure that we knew that we were Native American and knowing what tribe. I can't tell you now. Yeah. But she would tell me. Like, you know, and just being in touch. So it's like, I do feel like that. Like, my family is from Appalachia. So I think that it's a very different culture than white culture, because Appalachia is such a mix of things.
Yes, I'm Appalachian. My whole family, when they moved over here from Ireland, ended up in West Virginia. Like,
absolutely. Yeah, same.
That's what my family was
Yep, my
doing.
white side comes from West Virginia. My black side comes from Alabama.
Yeah.
But like Appalachian culture, a lot of Appalachian culture stems from Native culture.
I believe that.
There, like in the practices, like how they talk about the land, and it's very
Appalachian always has freaked me out a little bit, if I'll be honest. But I feel like your point of talking about how they like are sacred with the land, I feel like because of how ancient that land is in the first place, they have no choice but to. But that's just
and then when you think about how the Appalachian Mountains were once connected to the range.
That's what Europe, I'm saying. Like the animals.
It's just like,
is it an ancient animal or is it a skinwalker? We don't know.
Yeah,
we don't know.
Don't look out your window in the dark.
Type shit.
Don't whistle.
Like that shit is crazy. Like
don't look out the windows at night.
Don't whistle.
And these are like if someone knocks on the door, don't answer it. Like these are like crazy ass things.
Don't respond.
Like that's a wild thing to passively have to know
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's just the importance of like circling it back. Like, knowing your roots, knowing your story.
Yeah.
Like that is something. Like yes, there's pain in it. Yes, there's strife and struggle. But there's so much power in knowing where you come from, knowing what your lineage is, and what they stand for.
Yeah.
And then to be the continuation of that story is pretty fucking cool.
Yeah. And I think it's cool to like go back, especially as a Black person, to do that history check and like honestly kind of realizing that our construct is based off of skin tone. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could be a fucking mutt type shit, and just because you're a little bit more dark skinned than your white counterpart, you know what I mean? Like, you're gonna be a Black person. And it's interesting, like, being able to really trace yourself back and knowing that like our history is not just chattel slavery. Like, there is more to that.
Absolutely.
Y'all were the birth of rock and roll, of music, of soul, of culture, like
of jazz. When I think of like the Harlem Renaissance,
there's not many things in this country that were invented that did not touch a Black person's hands first. Not many things.
Even street
the fucking street lights, peanut butter, bitch. You wouldn't have hair products. Like,
potato
are you kidding me? Like, simple shit. We gonna give the hot Cheetos to the Mexican man, though. But like, but for real, it's like there's so. There was a quote. No, listen. There was a quote.
The Mexicans are our brothers and sisters.
No, they are.
It's all so connected and intertwined. And shout out to them because they were a big part of. I don't want to say Juneteenth, but of enslaved people finding freedom.
Yeah.
And finding themselves.
Yeah.
So shout out to our Mexicano
homies.
Boricuas. That's Puerto Rican. It's okay.
Oh, sorry, y'all. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I was around the Puerto Ricans a lot. I love Puerto Rican rice type shit. But no, I heard this quote, and I think it was on Deontay Kyle's podcast, actually. It was like a few weeks ago that I heard this, and it really was like, yeah. And I forget the guest name, and if I can find the clip, I'll put it in here. But basically, Deontay had a guest on, and they were talking about, like, you know, the difference between, like, white and Black culture and, like, kind of that competitive nature in, like, the like, really the chastising of Black people and what, like, where that really stems from. And maybe you've seen the clip and you kind of know where I'm going with this. But this person was talking about how, like, you have to know how amazing I am to want to take something from me. And they were talking about how
was it Josh Doss?
I believe so. Thank you. And I love when I see his commentary, and it was cool. I've never seen him on a podcast, but I really liked that clip.
Yeah.
And he was saying how, you know, when someone's stronger than you want to take away their resources. When someone is more powerful than you, smarter than you want to take away their resources.
Yep.
And I think about how, as a culture, we're constantly still figuring it the fuck out too, which I know pisses you the fuck off. Nigga, we was eating chitlins. You know what I'm saying? Niggas was eating the fuck out of them chitlins. Okay? Niggas was, you know what I'm saying? Like,
pig's feet
type shit. And was, nigga, what? I'm not, come on. We already know. Anyways. But for real, it's like you take away all these resources while still seeing these people come out on top. No wonder generationally you're mad. Like, no wonder. It's like you wouldn't take things away from me as a people unless you saw the value in me in the first place.
They have done everything to break us.
And instead of working with us.
And they fail time again. I mean, because after...
We like the 98 Bulls, nigga. Like, going back to back.
Because it's like we come out of the Jim Crow era, right? And the Civil Rights Movement.
Pull ourselves out of it.
In the 60s.
Pull ourselves out of that.
We have the 70s, very brief time where, you know...
Brief as fuck, because y'all niggas wasn't fucking with it. When the young niggas was talking,
right? Very
y'all didn't like that.
Where it was just peace and prosperity. Yeah. And not saying that it was peace and prosperity for Black people, because they were still very much dealing with the fallout of Jim Crow. Mm-hmm. But very shortly after that, we have the crack epidemic.
Yeah. By design.
Chemical warfare against Black people.
Yeah.
Very shortly after.
Yeah.
Our leaders are getting murdered in the streets. Fred Hampton, Martin Luther King,
and like
Malcolm X.
Let's be honest, we're in this part of history where we know for a fact these were orchestrated murders. Like this, that's the other thing too in terms of talking about our grandparents' generation and our parents' generation. Like, these were conspiracies.
They lost a lot of people. JFK, RFK Jr.
We know.
Not Jr. Original one.
Thank you. Yeah. And I heard it, and I was gonna say something. Not the nigga with the brain worm. Not the nigga with the brain worm.
Not this one. The one.
Yeah.
The one from back in the day, the cute one. He was very attractive.
He was. They both was. I would have definitely fucked on some real shit.
The Kennedys are very good looking.
Period. But damn, I don't
unless
even...
they do heroin off of toilet seats, you know.
That's how they get.
And think vaccines
That's
are
how they
unnecessary. Like their asses wasn't giving them.
And I swear, if that nigga take me off of SSRIs, I'm fucking shit up.
But you that nigga ass, that ass.
We're gonna have a whole.
I'm gonna be showing up on his lawn. You're gonna have to call somebody.
Like, hey, ho, give me the meds, let's go.
Would be calling that lady if you did.
For real.
Gots to call that lady.
Yeah, I don't even know where I was gonna go with that, but I just love being a blackity black, and I'm black, y'all, black woman. It's so lit.
I love having my black friends because I'm just in awe of y'all at all times. Because like through all the
Come
shit.
on, Felisha, fuck it up.
What?
Felisha was dancing over here. Yeah.
Like for all the shit that y'all have gone through, but yet still to be so resilient and so brilliant and so ingenuous.
Even in our own personal lives. Like, I think of what we've gone through in the last, 6 months, right? When I talk to some of my white friends about some of the shit that I be going through, they be like...
Are you okay?
Babe.
Yeah, sorry, I don't have generational wealth.
And I be like...
But
I be like, what do you mean? Like, yeah, it sucks, but, I watched my mom marry a crackhead and, have her get her master's at the same time. I watched, you know what I'm saying, my grandfather beat addiction after the age of 60 type shit. I watched my other grandmother be married to somebody she wasn't in, you know what I'm saying? I watched... Struggle is generational, baby. That's the easy part. I actually am more familiar with that than I am with not.
Yep.
That's
struggle and survival.
That's the nigga. I was really born for that. Literally. And so.
That's why I'm grateful for my Appalachian roots. I mean, we were born.
But at the same time, although I'm grateful to having that grit, I'm also grateful for realizing that as a black woman, I deserve softness as well, and that has been the change because I don't think, again, going back to my grandparents or my parents' generation, that is something that they awarded themselves on top of working hard. I think that they only worked hard.
Yep. I think my dad is like that. He don't
My dad is back to work already after being and I talked to him the other day and I was like, how you feeling? I'm tired as fuck. I bet, nigga, you just got you just rang the bell 3 weeks ago type shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that's in our that's our brain.
Yeah.
We're wired to be these hardworking people, and it is damn near to prove to ourselves that we can do it.
That's why it's I feel so guilty sometimes complaining about working when my grandmother literally, she used to wake up at 1 o'clock in the morning to be at work by 3. She would be there almost an hour early to get off at 1 o'clock p.m. She would come home. She would sit, maybe take a nap, eat something. She would get back up to be at her second job about 4 or 5 o'clock. She would get off of that job around 10 or 11. And she did this for years. She was running off of
that's her body's rampant.
3 hours of sleep for years.
And it's normal. And then what's sad to me is her story is not a standalone. It's not
especially
even niche in our community.
Especially for black single mothers in the 70s and the 80s.
Mom, I feel you. I've said this before, I know my drive comes from watching a woman work her ass off, get fucked over by all the jobs that she worked for, by being smarter than everybody else, getting her master's degree by raising 3 children by herself, and dealing with a nigga, like I said, that was literally on crack type shit, beating cancer, all the things, watching that as a child and realizing her life was forced to be this hard. Dealing with her own childhood trauma, you know what I'm saying? All of those things. And then also watching my white friends and their moms and their families, not really have that same struggle, and learning, it really is something that is embedded in us. And although it's a negative, there is a certain drive that comes with it. And while I get what you're saying, there's a certain drive and a certain sense of it ain't got no choice but to work out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? My people have gone through more things. My people have gone through worse things than this. And there's that certain, kind of noise in the back of your head that reminds you of that I think is why, not the sole reason why, but, some of the grit that comes with being a black person, and especially a black woman. Again, my grandmother grew up on a fucking sharecropping farm. You think I'm going to complain that much? Because I couldn't pay my rent this month? She couldn't even have an apartment. She couldn't even have a fucking bank account at my age. There's so many, even throughout the struggle, there are so many things now that I think my grandparents would have wished to be able to complain about. So that is the nuance, I think, for us. But I really want to get into who Opal is, and then we're going to get into into the thick of it, which is also going to be a little different today. So Opal Lee was the grandmother of Juneteenth. Have you heard of her?
I haven't.
So did you because this was such a recent thing, like, did you kind of know the story on how Juneteenth became a holiday in 2021? Like, do you know anything about it at all?
I thought that it was more so like them kind of discovering that this was a
which
thing.
Is crazy because it's like,
and was like, sorry
we
for
should do this.
Yeah, basically.
So really, I mean, for decades, people have been trying to get this be recognized as a national holiday. Like, this is not, Juneteenth is a big deal. It's a huge turning point in the Civil War. Like, it's honestly kind of insane, and I think in some ways almost like a backhanded fuck you that we, like, I love MLK, all the things, but like, it's kind of crazy that we got an MLK Day before we got Juneteenth.
Yeah.
Because one is like almost a martyr holiday to, like,
I mean, they killed his ass anyway.
That's
so
what I'm saying. It's like
fake.
we're kind of just being like,
yeah.
Oh, sorry, he's gone. You know what I'm saying? Where the other one
Exactly.
really is celebrating the, like, freedom and the release of, like, literally being shackled. So Opal Lee is a civil rights activist and a educator. So she was a civil rights activist and educator, born October 7th, 1926. Now, what's interesting about Opal is because she was born, like, really not too long after, like, 50 years after, Juneteenth happened. Her grandparents, a lot of her relatives were probably seeing slavery, experiencing slavery, all the things. But by the age of 12, she was living in Fort Worth, Texas at the time. And this was obviously, again, less than 100 years after Juneteenth. She was still being affected by the influence of Jim Crow. So her home in the year of 1939 was unfortunately burned down by a racist mob. And, Opal's still alive. This is somebody that, like, again, Juneteenth, she's the grandmother of Juneteenth. This holiday, and she plays a major role in it becoming a holiday, was just deemed one in 2021. That's 5 years ago. It's very recent. Crazy. So a lot of people, and she herself will say that this, burning of her home really was a turning point in her idea of, being Black and, like, wanting to fight for Black rights. And I mean, obviously, I think of being a 12-year-old, like, you're young enough to, like, be a child, but old enough to understand your environment.
Right.
So I can understand how that could really influence her life. So that is really, again, what started her civil rights movement, her being involved within the civil rights movement. And again, with her being crowned the grandmother of Juneteenth, this was because she began walking 2.5 miles a day, and this was in correlation to the 2.5 years between the Emancipation Proclamation and Juneteenth. And this was in 2016, I think, that she launched this I think for years she had been doing, like, the walking just daily to kind of commiserate it. But in 2016, she launched Opal's Walk to DC. And this is where she basically walked from Fort Worth, Texas, all the way to DC. And it took her a few years to do it. Mind you, she was at the age of, like, 89, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong in that, but I know that she was well in her elderly years and definitely, in my opinion, should not have to be walking to fucking DC from Fort Worth, Texas to get a holiday that should have been deemed a national holiday to be deemed one. So she started that track, and fortunately, President Biden was the one in office at the time. So in 2021, President Biden honored her wishes, and this is after walking 14,000 miles between Fort Worth, Texas and Washington, D.C., and this was finally making Juneteenth a national holiday on June 17th, 2021. So although I'm grateful and I think it's really dope that it was turned a holiday recently, I think of, again, those celebrations that I have been doing since a kid, like all those celebrations that have been happening since Juneteenth happened in Texas and all over the country, quite frankly, and how, to your point of, like, you think they just realized it, but it's like, there's no way you just realized it.
Right.
You've known it's been a thing. You just chose to actively ignore a part of history that affects all of us. Like, again, the major that we were speaking about earlier, that was a white man from New York. That was a general that was, if I'm not mistaken, he was in the 1812 war. Like, there were other wars. I'm sorry, I don't think there was 1812 war, but one of the wars type shit that happened during that time. He was a major, like, player and decision maker in these wars. He, like, had all of these medals of honors and everything else as well. So it's really interesting that, like, just a simple part of history is forgotten about just because it is centered around Black history.
Yeah.
And it's sad that a woman in her elderly years that should be sitting her ass at home or walking for leisure, not walking for activism or protest, had to get up off her ass every day and walk 2.5 miles across the country, mind you, over the course of almost 10 years. I'm sorry, almost 5 years. What was 5 years? I can't do math, y'all. Over 5 years type shit, to get a holiday, again, that should have been deemed won years before. And I think even now, as someone that is, you know, it's 2026, after it was deemed a holiday, I still work jobs I didn't recognize it. I still was at places that still picked and choose. You get Memorial Day off, but you definitely not getting Juneteenth off, even still after being recognized as one. So it's kind of, it feels a little too late to like recognize it nationally a little bit. But also at the same time, like, is it ever too late to have reform? Right. Is it ever too late to like bring attention and bring awareness to issues? No, but I do think in just the light of where we are as a country and what we have going on, a lot of times I think as a country we drop the ball by waiting too long to correct issues. And Juneteenth is another really big example of that. And to kind of tie into the thick of it, and we'll kind of go back and forth in reading some of the notes here. But because, like you mentioned beforehand, I can relate, I was not taught about Juneteenth in school, and I'm sure LA, you could probably relate to that as well. It is, I'm hoping now that it is a conversation.
I didn't learn about Juneteenth until, like, what Juneteenth truly was, until I was giving away some video work to a Juneteenth celebration that was happening, and I was filming a bunch of stuff about it, like, just, like, like, what the colors mean, and, like, what the whole day was all about, really. And that was like 2019, 2020. Yeah. And so again, I hope that it's being taught now, but even still, I feel like school is always a snapshot of what someone decides to teach you. Right. So there are some facts that I think are, and this was supposed to be a game. We might not have enough liquor to do the things. It was supposed to be like a sip after each fact kind of thing. But I just want us to talk about, like, list the facts and kind of go after the vibe. So I'll get started. So like I mentioned beforehand, Juneteenth wasn't the end of slavery everywhere. Many people assume that Juneteenth marked the complete end of slavery in the United States. Enslavement continued in places like Kentucky and Delaware until the ratification of the 13th Amendment in December of 1865. So considering that Juneteenth happens in June and that there was almost another 6-month period of slaves that were still kept in captivity, so almost making it a full 3 years after the Emancipation Proclamation says a lot. And I do think, even talking about Juneteenth, that was a new fact for me. Like, I've known about Juneteenth my entire life. I fully thought that, you know, Galveston, Texas was the end of it. Yeah. So to still know that even still, you know, and then even still after they were let go, we just found new ways to reinvent the wheel, quite frankly. Absolutely. It is so interesting when you realize when a country is built off of the suppression of others, it will almost like a cancer try to find something else to latch on to. Yep. And I think that where we are as a country right now in trying to kill that said cancer is really realizing how it's seeped into every system that we live within. So, but I'll let you read the next one.
All right. So the news wasn't necessarily hidden for 2 full years. A common story is that slaveholders intentionally hid the Emancipation Proclamation from enslaved people for 2 years. While that certainly happened in some places, historians note that the reality was more complicated. The Confederacy was still fighting, communication was difficult, and enforcement depended on Union military presence.
I think when I read that fact, what I interpreted that was they knew that they were free, but they also knew that they were in captivity and would be killed if they tried to leave. That's kind of what I got from that. Like, they might not have, not all of them knew, but I do think that there was like a subgroup of people, or like a certain, slaves talked. Slaves had their own forms of like communication, and it's not as if there wasn't, I would like to believe, because there were slaves crossing state lines to connect with older families, that you might have had somebody sneaking onto the plantation type shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Telling you what the fuck was going on outside. And so I really do think that because of the mentioning of the military presence and how the enforcement of it was needed to kind of
get them really, to actually stop.
I really think that was trying to, you know, show that when you're a slave in captivity, unless you do have someone that is willing to fight for you to be free, you can say what you want. They're going to do what the fuck they want. Yeah. And I think of the entitlement that especially slave owners had at that time over Black people, and
that
even
white people
now,
carry today.
Yeah, literally.
You know what I mean?
Literally,
like, absolutely, they was keeping them people.
yes.
They said they let them
take these
Yankees
motherfuckers out of my
hand.
hand. Yeah,
Exactly.
You got to pry these black fingers out of my hands, nigga, and that was their energy. It's crazy.
Yep, absolutely, because that was their way of making money.
Yeah.
I need free labor.
Yeah,
without free labor, I gotta pay people.
Still, y'all tried to use kids, that didn't work. Y'all tried to use immigrants, that didn't work. Y'all gonna try to use AI and everything else now, and we gonna see if that works. But I don't think it's going to, because you're gonna kill us in the process with our damn water. But anyways, going on down.
Yeah, if nobody's here to buy your fucking products,
then what? Then what? Okay, so. For the next fact here, early Juneteenth celebrations faced segregation. After emancipation, many Black Texans couldn't use public parks because of segregation. In response, Black communities pooled money to buy land specifically for Juneteenth celebration. And one famous example is the Emancipation Park, purchased by formerly enslaved people in 1872, specifically for Juneteenth gatherings. Now, Emancipation Park is where I'm trying to go for Juneteenth. That's where, like, I want to go to the rodeo. I want to see all the things. And again, we were talking about community and kind of that sense of now, I think of how my grandfather and like his generation of friends would buy a restaurant. You know what I'm saying? Like just do shit just to have together, and like how they knew the value of owning property, owning their own stuff, not being bound by someone else's hand. And now they've made it really difficult for us to do that. It's not as if it's as practical for us as it was. That's the one thing that I think we sacrifice is capitalism beat our ass a little bit. They was able to buy the house back in the day. You know what I'm saying? But it is kind of sad when you realize, like, you know, I'm grateful that these places exist, and I really hope that we continue to keep fighting for that sense of community back into our own lives as Black people. But
oh shoot, scroll down.
I know it's the one that's bigger.
The 4.
Yeah.
Juneteenth was once bigger than the 4th of July in some Black communities. In many parts of Texas and the South during the late 1800s and the early 1900s, Juneteenth was a major annual celebration. So events included baseball games, rodeos, music events, speeches, and massive family reunions. Some celebrations drew thousands of attendees. Yeah.
I think that's dope.
It's dope.
I like low-key feel like Juneteenth is like going back to that a little bit. Like I don't really feel like me and a lot of my friends celebrate I feel like most people don't, unless you're like a super American, like fuck yeah type person. Mm-hmm. You don't really celebrate 4th of July in the same ways that we did beforehand.
I haven't celebrated the 4th of July since probably maybe 2011, because I absolutely refuse to celebrate a country that is a hot garbage fire. So I like to do something on the 4th of July that is not white American culture.
Yeah.
Like last year we made everything was either Puerto Rican or Cuban. We like to indulge in other cultures on that day.
I literally, my favorite shit to do is go to the hood and watch somebody do fireworks on themselves. That's my favorite shit to do on the 4th of July.
Come on our street. They do that enough.
Yeah.
Like growing up, like I said, we celebrated Memorial Day. We celebrated all like the major summer holidays because it was an excuse to get together and to cook and barbecue. Nobody was sitting there talking about the motherfucking
fuck America. We wasn't getting no flag plates or nothing.
It was all the most motherfuckers will wear red and white and blue to the fucking function.
And that's just because it was a color coded function,
right? And the kids got sparklers and we got poppers and we want to go see the fireworks, but mainly it was just another excuse to get our family together, and to cook and to eat and to laugh and listen to music and so fuck 4th of July.
Literally. Going to the next one here, we already talked about red food, so I'm gonna go to the next one.
That's why I scrolled now.
Thanks. All right, so funny enough, Juneteenth nearly faded away. So during the early and mid 1900s, migration, economic hardship, and changing social conditions caused Juneteenth celebrations to decline in some areas. The holiday's resurgence came through community organizing, education, and cultural preservation efforts. All of these things that take active work from all of us that I think, again, we are slowly losing. I think that it's probably like a roller coaster or like a bit of a peak and valley kind of situation in terms of community, and I know that that's influenced by things around us. It's a little hard to kind of like I think beforehand, and maybe now this is what will change. I think beforehand it was hard to justify getting together because of social media. But I think now with the like push for us to almost like not have community to help assimilate to other things, I see so many people trying to force community. And I'm almost excited to see like what that will look like for us in like 10 years. Like, again, going back to the event for Pray for Community, and just in general, like seeing people trying to build collectives just like us, and like building community for the simple fact of just bringing people together that are like-minded and just want a fellowship. Yeah. Even without there being an intention behind it. So let me get that back to you. Her little snore.
Yeah. So Juneteenth celebrations often included voter registration and education. So historically, many celebrations were just parties. They were opportunities for political organizing, community announcements, education, civil rights discussions. In many places, Juneteenth functioned as both a celebration and a civic gathering, which I think is pretty cool. And I think, I mean, I think that that's something that maybe we should bring back.
You know, honestly, for me, like, I think of like, I grew up going to like the NAACP events, like all that kind of stuff, and it was the same shit. And it's like, where is that? Where is that now? Like, I totally agree with you. It's like, where, like, I think we like maybe thought we were too cool for it, or like maybe those things don't work anymore. And I feel like, okay, we don't need to have the acronym, you know what I'm saying? But like, there's no reason for us not to have a community. There needs to be a focal point, a center where we are not even like a physical center, but like a meeting place where we are able to fellowship and talk about these issues, but also like have community and be able to do that. Like, especially I think of all of the gerrymandering and the things that are happening right now legislative wise in the South, especially in states like Tennessee, Kentucky, and all those things. Louisiana. And thank you. And like, I'm sure that what the lack of community that we have now is probably so prevalent compared to our grandparents' generation in terms of organizing. You know, and on the flip side, I know that there are probably a lot of organizations that I don't know about that are doing that work. Yeah. And I really hope that in the next coming years, and I know it's not on those organizations to find me, it's on us to find them. And I feel like I'm hoping that all of us do that work, myself included, in trying to get reconnected with those things. Yeah. So, yeah. But going on to the next one. Some formerly enslaved people made annual pilgrimages. So this is kind of what I was talking about earlier. So after emancipation, some people traveled long distances every year to reunite with relatives who had been sold away before freedom. Juneteenth celebrations often became reunion events for families separated by slavery. That gives the holiday an emotional dimension that isn't always highlighted. And for me, it makes me think of, like I said, the family reunions. Like I was saying, meeting family and cousins that I don't know from a can of paint, but having a connection to them, just because of the simple fact that we were all meeting together in a combined place. And it really does. It just makes me sad sometimes when I think about the correlation between slavery and like why we do what we do. Like knowing that the reason why we felt like we had to drive to Texas to see that one cousin that we didn't know was just for the simple fact of being able to be like, that's my fucking cousin, because they took us beforehand and took that right away from us. It's so sad, but in some ways such a beautiful like collateral damage or collateral beauty of all of that and it's coming out of that.
Honestly, it's sick to know how many traditions and different things come out of slavery. Yeah. Period. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's so ingrained in our culture, in American culture, not just Black culture.
I mean, like my most hated fact about slavery, besides the eating of Black people, is the fact that like the sharks changed their like pattern, like their like swim pattern to go with the slave ships. Like how like it's not everything was affected by slavery. You don't like energy is real. We know energy is real. You can't you cannot hold captive hundreds of thousands of people for hundreds of years and not see an effect between your mental state, your environmental state, and your economic state. You can't. And that is why I see the fighting for slavery to still exist, because there were so many people. It's like, it's the candy from the baby situation. It was so easy for them to make money and to find success that they refused to do the work and finding ways to build community to do it instead. It's sickening. It's sickening to me. But I will let you lead the last fact, and then we'll get into the closeout. I hope you guys like this episode. I really tried hard.
Number 10. Freedom Day wasn't the only name, depending on the place and the era. Juneteenth has also been known as Jubilee Day, Freedom Day, Emancipation Day, Black Independence Day.
Period.
So,
Period.
Yeah.
Period. Oh, so what is one thing that you learned?
Ooh, I've learned a lot.
That was like, but like if you could choose one
see.
thing. I felt like we were so gypped in our educational system after doing like researching for this episode.
We have been. Well, don't get me on that.
Honestly,
Remotely close to so
I think the coolest thing that I learned was that family reunions kind of came
I
out
completely
of this.
agree. Yeah.
Like, you
Yeah.
know, because we always known that family reunions have been a thing, even though we've never had a true family reunion with like the T-shirts and the days of events. Like, you know, you watch Johnson's Family Vacation and shit like that.
That was
like,
more how my family was.
Yeah,
Like,
we never had that, but we had that. Like I said, we're going to Alabama to visit our family. Like, it's so cool to know that, and it sucks because it came from us being separated.
It's a balance of it.
But it's like we also found each other.
Yes.
Like,
and it's my family was so like, we gotta do it. Like, we gotta be there. You gotta move your dates around. You gotta figure it out. Like, if you got, like, we gonna figure out a way for you to come here. Like, it was like
we need that back.
Yes,
we
like
need
the
that back.
incessant drive to be around loved ones, to just share community.
Yeah.
And I agree, we do need that back.
Yeah.
But I also agree that was the coolest thing that I heard. Yeah. Like, I really, I feel like most facts about Juneteenth were, I don't want to say intuitive, but like, it made sense. Like the red, the like all those things, the significance of like the gathering and like the story of Juneteenth, it makes sense. I think the saddest part was Opal Leeds, in my opinion. Like, not that it was sad that she did that, but it was just sad that at her age and her life that she had to do that at the time, and how recent it is, you know. But I agree, like, as someone that grew up in that big family that was like Big Mama's house and all the things, and not really understanding why it was so fucking important to do this, but like understanding that this was such a huge part of being in Black culture, and like having the paper trail of where it came from was really, really, really cool, and just really affirming. So I love being Black. I really enjoyed researching for this episode and like learning more about myself and my history, and also like not just my history but all of our history, because that's really what it is.
We should put some of your resources in the comments.
Yes.
In the
I will say thank you so much, NatGeoTheHistory.com and like all that shit, but I will definitely tag the links and everything. It was kind of nice because Juneteenth is a more recent holiday, there's so many like articles about it, and there was like a lot of storytelling, just like kind of how we did about the history of it. So it's cool. It's really not difficult to find the history about it now, where I'm sure in the past that was not a real thing. So thank you to that. And also, we actually have a Black History Museum, like an American Black History, African American History Museum, which is incredible because that's also a recent thing. So, but thank you guys so much for watching. You can find me at Karrington Allure. You can find our podcast at Under the Wave of It All on YouTube and on Instagram.
At Under the Weight of It All pod.
Thank you. This is Felisha's partner on leave. Sorry, y'all.
I'm so impressed. Y'all are doing this whole episode without your cue.
I know. Y'all know I was impressed when I got through the opening. I was like, bitch, I got it. I'm ready. I'm ready.
It only took 16 episodes.
Literally, unfortunately, for real. But also you can find us on TikTok at UTWOIA pod. You can email us at underthewaveitallpod@gmail.com. Send us your weigh-ins. Guys, we got some really cool stickers coming, so please give us a reason to send y'all shit. Please give us a reason to send y'all shit.
Please do it.
So send us your email. Send us an email.
Do it.
Okay?
Do it.
Do it. Okay? Hit that shit. Do it.
Bounce with it, drop with it, lean with it, rock with it, snap with it. All my ladies, pop your back. Do it. You know that I be rocking to it. Do it.
I had to do the weave pat. But follow us on all our shit. Email us your weigh-ins because we want to hear from y'all. And honestly, we share so much about our Black history and our Black stories. If there is something that you want to share that adds to our conversation, please feel free to share it. Now, we're going to get back to talking about some fat shit in the next episode. So if you got your fat stories too, we still want to hear about all that goodies. Don't forget to follow our Patreon at
Patreon.com/UTWOIA.
Period. Get on that damn Patreon, baby. It's cheaper than a cup of Starbucks coffee, which you shouldn't be shopping there anyways. If you want to hear about that creepy shit, that nasty shit, that crazy shit, a little after party after the damn episode, baby.
Yep.
You want to know that chitlin shit?
Come on. No, we ain't talking about damn chitlins in there. Stephanie, I love you, but baby. I immediately was like, no. But no, like, pull up on us on Patreon. Seriously, y'all. We got some bigger events coming up soon.
If we hit 1,000 people on Patreon, I think we would be comfortable.
Nigga, if we hit 1,000 on Patreon, I'll post my titties.
Why would you promise them folks that?
Because maybe then Felisha will also post her titties. And we'll post our titties together.
And how am I in it?
Imagine our titties sitting next to each other.
This is what we would get a month.
1,000 people. Put your pussy lips on live. And I'll give you 1,000 subscribers.
That's definitely a second job. We would have to get a little bit more in order to quit, but
nigga, that's my rent and my car payment and everything else. Nigga, I would go to 2 days a week at the salon. I'd be living a good life.
Yes.
Don't matter the life I live in it. I go crazy. And my grandmama ain't the only one calling me baby.
So if you're feeling me, dog, put your hands up in the sky. Let me hear you say, I'm good.
For real, bitch. So go ahead and subscribe to that Patreon if you want to see more bullshit.
Yes.
LA shows their face a lot on there. We low-key got them to do a live. So if you want to see LA's ass, come on that motherfucking Patreon, bitch.
Yeah.
We promise it's a good time. Yeah. And I'm going to tell y'all about how that nigga had me. Never mind. Come to that Patreon, bitch. Yeah. Love y'all.
Oh, yeah.
Where can they find you?
At Felisha. Wait, hold on. I am Felisha Alexus on Instagram.
Period. At the end of this episode, I'm putting this on LA, but there will be a small clip about Juicebox Cleveland as well, so you can see where we film at. So please come shop with them. This is an amazing store where they have a refill section, a bunch of cute little trinkets and gifts and things that they literally hand source. There's a bunch of vendors. Come check them out. Seriously, you can find them at Hey with 3 H's LA, as well as Juicebox Flea on Instagram. Please check them out. I promise you will love them. They're a bundle of joy, and they have a cute ass dog named Clementine. How can you not love them? How can you not love them? We'll see y'all next episode. We love you, bitches.
Bye,
have
y'all.
a great Juneteenth. I hope y'all had a great Pride as well. See y'all next time.
Producer LA here, and I want to take you on a tour of Juicebox. This is where we shoot all of our episodes of Under the Weight of It All, so come with me behind the scenes. Oh, well, hello, cute shop dog. Hi, Clem. Can you say hi to everybody? This is our official greeter. She comes to the door say hi, and no, she was not trained to do that. That's just what Clem likes to do. So hi, welcome to Juicebox. Here is the shop. So we are a multi-vendor market. I have over 20 vendors in here. 3D printed Cleveland signs, plant charms, bee houses, candles, body care, clothing. Here's some things I made. I hand dyed all of these bags, and I made these little pocket pals. I can't take credit for Fartist, but it's a good one. We've got jewelry makers for all my plus size babes. We have plus size clothing on consignment. We're also home to Cleveland Refill, which is a sustainable refillery where you just bring a container and you can fill up whatever product that you need. We've got some snacks. We've got Jeff's Candy. Shout out Jeff's Candy. Cleveland Willy Wonka in the house. We've got all sorts of fun stuff in here. And then also too, we have an in-house esthetician. So if you are looking for a Black queer-owned business, you can come get a lovely facial right in here from our friend Mandy, who owns Face Plant. Or if you need waxing services, we can also do that. But yeah, we're a bunch of punks in here who believe in non-gentrifying the neighborhood, making sure we keep our pricing accessible, and just having a good time. Hey, Clem. Clem, you want to show the people your store? Can you show the people? Can you show us? Come in. Let's go. Come in. Oh no, she's like, no, I'm going in my, are you gonna go on your bed? I don't know if y'all have seen Clem this close. Come here. Oh, hello. She's our pod pitty, right? Are you a pod pitty? I mean, look at this face. Look at this face. She's chunky and funky, right? You want treats? Do you need treats? Okay, I want your treats. This spot right here might look familiar. This is where we record under the weight of it all. Literally, right here. Right here. So imagine the chairs, the TV, the mics, everything goes right there. I mean, you can kind of see some of our props. We've got our tape deck over there. We got some plants and mushrooms over there. Yeah, we destroy my shop every time we record, but it's totally fine because I do anything for Karrington and Felisha because I love them dearly. But yeah, here's where the magic happens. And then I'm usually sitting right over here. This was my debut as a sticker designer, aggressively Midwestern, one of my faves. And yeah, come and hang out. So yeah, that's our shop. And hopefully you'll come visit us. We're on the corner of 110th and Clifton in Cleveland, right by Edgewater Park. And Clem and I can't wait to say hi.